going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Micaiah touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
It's Thursday night high school football action, and we've got a dandy on the way. Madison Academy, 5-0 in the year, undefeated in Class 4A Region 7, takes on Madison County. They're also unbeaten in region play. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tommy Wood, along with Coach Rick Rhodes, as we get set for what should be a great game tonight. And really, Coach, the region race comes down to this game.
Yeah, it really does. It has all the ingredients. You just mentioned about the region, but these two are bitter rivals that go way back. It'll be a special night.
If you got teams like we have tonight, you know there's some great players. Let's talk about our impact players of this game.
Well, we've got two explosive guys to feature. First of all, for Madison Academy, Avery Seaton. You can see the graph right there, 11.9 yards per carry, 7 TDs. Also has thrown for 6 TDs, 658 yards for Madison County. Isaiah Purdue, an explosive game breaker, 7.4 yards per carry, 10 rushing TDs, two special guys.
You know, when you've got two teams like this that are so evenly matched, you always say only a few plays can make the difference. Let's talk about some of our keys to this game.
Well, going into the season, Madison Academy felt like their defense really had to improve, and it has improved a lot this year. But the Tigers will be their toughest challenge to date. The key, can't give up big plays. They've got to create some turnovers. For Madison County, they've been able to move the ball on everybody, but in this football game, moving the ball will not be enough. They're going to have to score touchdowns in the red zone, and turnovers will be big there as well. One other point, special teams.
It's a top 10 matchup. Number 2 Madison Academy taking on number 6 Madison County when we come back.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. On Thursday, October 15th, the Gordo Green Wave travels to Fayette to take on the Fayette County Tigers. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Without our contest officials, we would have no contest. I truly encourage our parents to be a shining example of sportsmanship regarding our contest officials and setting an example for everyone, as well as coaches and fans across this state, to treat our officials with respect.
Good look there at the Mustangs from Madison Academy as we get set for tonight's game. Should be a great game, as we talked about in the opening. Madison Academy undefeated, ranked number 2 in Class 4A with a 5-0 record. Now, Coach, one thing about it, they've not played in 3 weeks. That's something that you look back. They had an open date, then they had a forfeit win, and so it's been a little while since they've been on the field.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Tommy, from a coach's perspective, you have 3 open weeks in a row. That's a problem. There'll be a little bit of rust that they're going to have to shake off.
Andrew Cisco to kick it off for Madison County. They are the home team tonight, dressed in the purple unis there. As we are one of many games on this Thursday that have been moved because of the weather. And right now, a pretty good night to play some high school football. These two love to meet together on the gridiron. They get after one another for sure, so it's going to be a fun battle all night. as the kick will go in the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for Madison Academy at about the 20-yard line. And, Coach, we talked about him a little bit earlier, but I'm excited to see Avery Seaton tonight, the outstanding quarterback for Madison.
Well, he really is special. We talked about his numbers coming into the ball game. He's a guy that can beat you running or throwing. Completion percentage over 60%, and of course they're going to do a lot of RPOs and typical spread offense, and he's going to be a fun guy to watch.
He's an outstanding athlete. Actually has signed a baseball scholarship with UAH. He's a third baseman, also pitches at times, and right now he's going to pitch it out in the flats. Catch is made and chopped down. A short gain there. They find Stokes out of the backfield. He'll actually fall forward for about 3, maybe even 4 yards. 2nd down and about 6.
Yeah, big hit there right there by Xavier Tinker, the sophomore defensive back. Ran that little swing route and held it to about a 4-yard gain.
Split outs to either side once again for Seaton. He can do it with his arm or his legs as he leads the team in rushing and obviously passing as well. Go with a speed sweep here, cutting it back inside and right in traffic and waiting to bring him down there. Big hit by number 44 for Madison County, and that is none other. We don't have a 44. That's what I was looking at, trying to make sure I had it right, but I believe that's going to be maybe West. Trying to get a look here.
Well, this is the speed sweep. Tries to cut it back up inside, but you can see kind of a bulldog headlock kind of tackle. Nothing illegal now. But holds that thing to a minimal gain. Great reaction right there by number 44.
3rd down at about a yard. Rolling to the right. Seaton in trouble, and he's going to have to just go out of bounds. Coverage sack there. There was just nowhere to put that football, and he just had to wisely step out of bounds. So a big stop for this Madison County defense.
Yeah, ran a 3-man combination route. One man goes in, one man goes out, and one guy tries to just sit down to the inside, but very well defended by Madison County, and the play strung to the sideline and brings up this kicking situation.
Seaton going to drop back and punt the football away here for the Mustangs. A 3 and out to open up the game. Pressure, barely gets that one out. That was good pressure coming from the edge. And fair catch called for and made back to 32. But you look at the way Gavin Byers came in on that rush, Coach. That's something that Madison County sees that might be an opportunity later on in the game.
Yeah, there's no question about it. He came clean off the defensive left side, untouched. And I mean, could have blocked the punt. So we'll watch that closely and see how that develops.
Here come the Tigers. Again, as they will have it offensively out at about the 33, 34-yard line.
Yeah, they'll be led by Ramiro Towers, who's thrown for 690 yards and 8 TDs himself.
Motion comes around, they'll hand it off, and not a lot of running room. That was to Purdue, and he gets right in there and kind of got clogged up by one of his offensive linemen and couldn't escape, so it's going to be no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10, maybe 10 and a half.
Of course, Purdue is the guy we talked about leading into the game, averaging almost 7.5 yards a carry that time, just nowhere to go.
This offense averages 32 points a game coming into tonight. Towers looks to the side and there's a man in motion going across. That's Parton, rolls out to the right, got pressure and going to be brought down. Excellent penetration by Hamlet as he comes through untouched. Gets a big sack and now 3rd and extremely long for the Tigers.
Well, Hamlet's going to see this rollout pass and he just explodes right through the left side of your screen. He runs right through the block of the running back. I mean, he read the sprint out pass, and I mean, he's upfield in a hurry and just destroys the scheme. Just a great play by Hamlet.
Only a junior, 6'4", 220. Good-looking linebacker for the Mustangs. And it's 3rd down and a ton now for this Tiger offense. He'll go to Purdue, tries to get to the outside and breaks first wave, but he'll be stopped at about the 25-yard line. KJ Rogers brings him down, so both teams 3 and out with their first offensive possession tonight.
Well, you know, both these offenses are pretty high-powered, but the opening skirmish goes to the defensive side of the ball on both possessions.
So punting time. And back in punt formation here. It's Montague going to punt that thing out of there. High, not necessarily long. It does get a Madison Academy bounce, and it's finally down at about the 42-yard line. Or check that, the 37-yard line. Big bounce right there, and now excellent field position for Madison Academy.
Yeah, they lost on that backspin. They lost about 13 yards.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. And Seaton goes with 4 wides to his left, 1 to the right. Only 3 defenders over on that side. And Seaton looks that way, throws it out in the flats. Catch is going to be made. 35-30 far sideline, gets a block, breaks inside, 15-10. It's going to be 1st down and goal. That time they find Stokes just sitting along over in the flats, and he knows how to get north and south in a hurry.
Well, Tommy, you called the shot on that. You said it exactly the way it was. 4 receivers to the left, 3 defenders, and this is the quick screen. And you can see there's a white shirt for every purple shirt, and he just weaves his way down the sideline. Very good blocking. The safety has to come over the top to make the play.
Get inside the 10-yard line, but a flag on the play back. I believe they're going to get a hold, and this one is coming back. And that's going to be it. Mustangs guilty of the hold. And brings it back to the 39-yard line. 1st now and 11. After the big play on 1st down is nullified with a yellow hanky. Seaton got pressure, rolls away from it, gonna dump it off, and the catch is gonna be made out of the backfield, 25-yard line, and all the way down to about the 21. That again is Stokes showing great hands there, Coach. He had just escaped and kind of leaked out of that backfield. The pass was right over the shoulder, and once again Stokes showing excellent hands on this one.
Well, this is a great job by Seaton. This is supposed to be a bootleg, and he's going to try to slip the ball on the flat right now, but he has to negotiate the upfield pass rush and then throws a bullet. I mean, right on the money, and of course Stokes sure knows what to do with it once he gets it.
So an Amherst 1st down takes it just outside the 20-yard line. This time Seaton didn't set the feet, and it sailed on him. It goes out of bounds. He was looking out there, trying to find K.D. Cherry, and it was too tall for him, so 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was an RPO. He read the flat defender, but anytime you got to wind that ball up and not load that backside, how many times did you hear me say that, Tommy? That ball's going to sail on you, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
So 2nd down and 10 at the 21-yard line for Madison Academy. A couple of receivers go left. Yeah, Hamlet as a blocking back. He'll pull and block for Seaton. Seaton follows that lead to the 15-10, inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
Well, and you can see what a problem Seaton poses for defenses. We've seen his ability to escape and get to the outside and his ability to throw the football. And of course, now they line up in an empty backfield. And I mean, you've got a tailback running the football right up inside. Good power, good speed, and it just really stretches the defense.
Seaton 5'11", 195, and he followed the 6'4", 220-pound Hamlet through that hole. Go with a give, crashing his way down to about the 6-yard line is Stokes. Gain of a couple, possibly 3. 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, ran the zone play to the right and brought the H-back back to seal the backside in. Pretty good job by Madison County of getting off the blocks and keeping that ball from getting into the end zone.
Mustangs in the Sarah Automotive red zone. Knocking on the door here. We'll go left side, and Stokes cuts it back against the grain. He'll take it inside the 5 to about the 4. 3rd and goal, thanks to the folks at Sarah Automotive, General Manager Don Wood, and folks at Tony Sarah Ford, Sarah Nissan, Sarah Honda. We appreciate them being a sponsor of the Red Zone tonight. Madison Academy taking advantage of a short punt here, moving it down inside the 5-yard line, but now facing 3rd and goal with a little over 6 minutes left in the 1st.
Kind of wondering if we're not going to see Seaton take it himself right here.
Brings a man in motion there, and a flag comes in. And did they get an illegal shift? Let's see. Yeah, going to be movement against the Mustangs, and that's tough, Coach. When you got 3rd and goal from the 4, now you move it back to the 9. That's tough.
Those are the kind of things that give coaches gray hair. And, of course, you know, you can only have one man in motion at a time, and I think there was some movement along the interior as the motion man came across.
And those 5 yards will really change your play call right here. You got to think you're once again going to use Seaton to get out on the edge and give him kind of a run-pass option. He'll drop straight back, looking down the middle, throws it, and catch is made in the end zone. Wow, climbing the ladder there is Spurlock. He's 6'1". He stretches out and hauls it in, and Madison Academy's on the board.
It's really a good throw and catch right here. You'll see, if you look to the left of your screen, a little turn-in route right on the goal line. And I tell you what makes the play right here. Seaton does a good job of getting the ball up where it's either going to be a catch by Spurlock or a catch by nobody. And just a very well-executed play on both the throw and the catch.
Vashon on for the extra point. He'll kick it up, and he will boot it through. 5:51 left here in the first period. 7-0. Madison Academy takes an early lead over Madison County. We'll take this break and come back. When we come back, we'll see another look at that Madison County offense as we continue in just a moment.
Things a little bumpy in your driveway? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. On Thursday, October 15th, the Gordo Green Wave travels to Fayette to take on the Fayette County Tigers. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
And, of course, back then.
7-0 Madison Academy with the lead over the Tigers. They get an early score. 9-yard touchdown pass from Seaton to Spurlock. And the Mustangs draw first blood. They'll kick it off here. And here comes the return, 10-15. Trying to bounce his way out. Good tough running out across the 20, maybe to the 21-yard line. On the return there is going to be Watson.
And I tell you, Madison Academy did a little officiating. They thought they came out of that pile with a football, but that gentleman right there says nope.
Tigers will have it. They were 3 and out last time on the offensive side.
Well, I know it's early, Tommy, but I think it's real important that you answer here now if you're looking at things from Madison County's perspective.
Madison County won last year's game 49-21. Try to get something, movement in the interior, and I believe they're going to get a quick 5 right there. I wonder how many times in the history of high school football a play has started before the snap.
You know, Tommy, I was just thinking that, but I'm going to guess none.
If nothing else, you've taught me that this year. How about that?
Which kind of poses the question, if that is a truism, then why would anybody ever jump offside? Because you know what's going to start the play.
And you can't go till that thing moves.
That's it.
1st and 5 now for the Tigers. And they'll go right side. Good bounce off and coming to the outside. Need to get upfield, fighting to the 30-yard line, and finding his way there is Purdue.
Yeah, and you see a little bit of his explosiveness. I think might have been one cut too many right there. He does a nice job right here. You can see it. It's a little trap play. Watch him slide to the outside. But I think that cut right there where he tries to outrun the perimeter, that's going to get you in trouble more times than not.
Purdue averages 7.4 yards a carry. He's got 10 touchdowns on the year. Sets up 2nd down and a long one right here, and we've got a stoppage of play. As the officials will sort things out. And I believe we may have a clock issue. As we've 5:10 left in the first.
We definitely have a stoppage in play. Isn't that the official term?
I think so.
Partner?
And they will discuss it and try to get things going.
I just like that term, stoppage in play.
I know, I like that. I like to pull that one out every once in a while.
You know what that means, don't you?
You're not playing?
It means the play has stopped. I don't want to get too technical for
No, I appreciate it. Keep it simple for me. Here on 2nd down. Hand it off. Wow. Bulling over defenders, fighting ahead, 35, 36-yard line. That's some tough running right there. Braden Parton with a big gain for a first down. It's an first down for the Tigers.
Well, Braden is what you call a finesse runner. And, you know, he only averages about 4 yards a carry, but he is the guy that gets the tough inside yardage. You're going to see him. You know, he's going to catch the ball some. He's a lead blocker on just about every play that they run. He's got 6 TDs on the year, and he is a bruiser. Folks, he's an old-time fullback dressed up as an H-back. That's what he is.
Try to go to the outside again, finding a little bit of running room out to the 40-yard line. That's going to be Purdue. As he was tripped up going through that wave, he keeps his footing there, and he might have had a much bigger gain there, but he will pick up about 4.5 yards, second, and we'll call it about 5.5.
Yeah, and a nice job by the young man we talked about just the play before, Braden Parton, to get that kick out block that got this thing going.
Parton in the backfield now with Towers. Fake the speed sweep and go back to Parton. He hammers his way out to the 45. Looks to be shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about a yard. He's like a bull in the china shop, and you just hate being the china.
Yeah. That's that double pull coming back. The guard pulls and the H-back pulls. One kicks out, one leads through. And folks, if you start watching interior line play, you might really want to keep your eye on Madison County center. Levi Lang, 6'2", 320-pound senior.
I think you go back to 33 right here. They do. He's hit, but he'll fight forward and dive across. Looks like he got enough for the Amherst first down, as they will move the chains. That time they got him right at the line of scrimmage, but he just kind of fights his way through, and he will dive forward to rattle the chains. 1st and 10. Another Amherst Tiger first down at the 46.
And this is pretty vintage Madison County offense right here. You know, a lot of flash from Purdue and hammering inside by Parton to get those crucial first downs.
We'll go back to Purdue. He finds a little gap into midfield and across into Mustang territory. Check that. That was not Purdue. It was 22 on the carry. That's Mitchell, and he's going to pick up a pretty good gain there on first down.
Yeah, nice job by Mitchell of planting it upfield foot and getting north and south to get that first down. Good-looking run. He's only 5'5", 145, but he certainly looked bigger than that on that run.
So we've seen Mitchell, Purdue, and Parton carrying the pigskin. Here's Purdue trying to come outside. He will turn the corner and be forced out of bounds, and flags will come in. Right at the last moment, Holden Blake comes over, and he will hit him out of bounds. That's going to be another 15-yarder, and then first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, you can see there's 3 white lines there, and that time Blake made his hit between the 2nd and the 3rd line. Unfortunately, the 1st line is the boundary.
It's going to cost them big, and Madison County putting together a pretty good drive right here. This is a team that has rushed for about 1,400 yards this year, Coach.
Yeah.
And you see that they've got a variety of weapons. When you talk about Parton, he's kind of the banger inside, and we've seen Mitchell be explosive, and also with Purdue, they got pretty good athletes in the backfield.
Yeah, they really do, and they're averaging 204 a game rushing, right at 5.7 yards a carry. So, I mean, it's definitely a ground-oriented attack. They give you a lot of wind addressing, a lot of misdirection.
Here's Purdue on the call. He'll weave to the right side and angle inside the 20-yard line, about the 19, into the Sarah Automotive red zone for the Tigers. And a flag is on the play. Let's see what we've got here, thrown in the middle of that Mustang defense. And the official will give us the call here, personal foul. That's going to go against the Mustangs. So 2 personal foul penalties against Madison Academy. And that's going to move the football 30 yards toward the goal line.
Yeah, that won't make Coach Godsey very happy on the Madison Academy sideline. That's 30 free yards, and in a game like this, you just can't, you can't afford to give up free yardage like that.
So 1st and goal after an first down for the Tigers. Towers along with Parton in the backfield. And that'll be Parton right up the middle. He's hit and chopped down, but he'll reach the 5-yard line.
Yeah, this is a really nice backside cut that time by Parton. This is a zone play that you're going to try to hit to the left of the center, and he's going to cut it right back between the center and the right guard and pick up nice yardage.
Unbalanced line to the left side. Towers brings his man in motion, and with the give, trying to come around the corner, needs to cut it inside and does to the 3. A flag comes in. On the carry that time is Watson, but a flag back behind him. Let's see.
Yeah, and a lot of times this is a hole in this area of the field.
Yeah, there it is. You see it right there.
And boy, this is if that is the case, this is going to be a crucial penalty right here.
I think they're going to get the hold back behind there. We saw the jersey being tugged, and it is going to be a tough penalty against the Tigers. It's going to move it back inside the 15 to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's pretty devastating.
So 2nd and goal now from the 18.
Now, Towers is not bad throwing the football. 52 of 96, 54%. He has 8 TDs on the year. But throwing the ball when you have to, not when you want to, is not anything that any offense really likes. But let's see if he airs it out this time.
You see man-to-man coverage at the top of the screen there. They'll bring Parton in motion. They'll go back to the running game, coming to the near side, and caught from behind and spun down is going to be Purdue. That is a good play on the other side by Jacob Schmidt as he's able to bring him down.
Yeah, he's able to penetrate, get upfield, and kind of hangs on for dear life. But now this is going to make that 2nd and goal from the 18 look easy, because this is going to lose about 5 or 6 more yards. You can see Schmidt gets off the block, gets upfield, kind of one-hands him, and then pulls him to the ground. Just an excellent defensive play.
So 3rd down and goal, clock winding. Maybe the final play here in the first period. Towers doesn't seem to be in a hurry. They may let the clock wind all the way down. Nope, they'll snap it, stepping back, going to run the screen to the near side. Catch is going to be made. Not a lot. Fighting his way to about the 16-yard line. That's going to be Watson, but that's going to be the end of the first period. An exciting first period is in the books. Madison Academy leads 7-0 over the Tigers. Our coverage continues with the HSAA Game of the Week, presented by Ox Foundation.
Students learn sportsmanship from us, our coaches, the administration of the school, the parents. That's how we learn sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the greatest tools that we can give our student athletes. It's respecting the game you're playing. It's respecting your opponent, respecting the field of play. That's what good sportsmanship is, and enjoying the game while you're playing.
Entertaining first period. Madison Academy 7-0 lead on a touchdown pass from Seaton to Spurlock. Then Madison County has mounted a drive, had it inside the 5-yard line. A holding penalty brought it back. And now you're looking at, I believe it's 4th and goal, as they've just been unable to really overcome that penalty here, but they'll keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, of course, any penalty down on the goal line is really damaging, but you're looking at second and goal from the 2, and you end up having to try not a super long field goal, but a 34-yarder sure isn't a gimme.
Cisco on, he'll kick out of the hole of Towers. Cisco kind of snuck out there on me. He'll kick that one up, and it is good. Big field goal for Cisco right there. Cuts the lead 7-3 as he drives that one home.
Kind of line drive that one right down the middle, didn't he?
As he gets it between the pipes and cuts that lead now. So Madison County, and you talk about it, Coach, it's big just to get some points on the board after putting a drive together like that.
Yeah, I mean, you really needed something positive to happen. Number one and number two, you needed to answer with points. But remember what we said in the beginning. You know, I think if Madison County's going to win this football game, when they get in the red zone, they're going to get touchdowns. Field goals won't do it. But you're right, Tommy. I mean, something positive needed to come from that drive, and that's exactly what happened.
So 7-3, your new score. The Mustangs lead. Cisco connects on that 34-yard field goal attempt. So you've seen that both teams can move the football here. I think, Madison Academy, really a short field to work with just a moment ago. But Madison County able to put together a pretty good drive and come away with 3.
Yeah, and I do think that when you have offenses that can move the football like these two can, then I think the key part of the game is always played from the 20 in. The rest of it is just kind of for show, but inside the 20, that's where the money football is played, and that's why the difference between 3 and 7 is just so very, very important in a game like this.
Cisco now 3 of 3 in field goal opportunities this year with a long of 49. From 34, cuts it to 7-3. Mustangs to return. Coming out across the 30-yard line. Stokes will bring it out. 1st and 10 now for Madison Academy.
I tell you, Tom, it's a pretty intense football game. The licks are rather spirited.
Once again, Madison Academy, number 2 in Class 4A. Madison County, number 6. Tigers 6-1. That lone loss to Gunnersville. That's an out-of-region game. So these two teams are perfect in region play at 4-0. Both of these teams should be home for the first round of the playoffs, but they would love that region championship, and a win tonight keeps you in that driver's seat. Here comes Stokes. He'll cut it back inside. Going to be corralled and dropped. I've not gotten an explanation of 44, but I believe that may be Brogan West. I think that's he's wearing 44 tonight.
Stokes picks up 4 yards to the 34.
Get the stop right there.
Tackle made by number 44, Kevin Montague.
They tell me now that is Kevin Montague that's wearing 44 tonight. Okay. 6'3", 220, the senior. So a little jersey change there.
I think the term for that is duly noted.
2nd down at about 6.5 to go. Seaton back, throwing it deep. Got a man up and got a flag on the play. Couldn't haul it in, but I believe they're going to get a little hand checking on the far boundary over there, and that's going to cost Madison County there. Just a little too tight with the coverage.
Yeah, ball's underthrown a little bit, and the receiver had a step, tried to work back, get his body between the throw and the defender. Contact is made, and you see the call.
He pointed the wrong way there, the official, and had us all confused there. But yeah, you see right there, just not a whole lot that the defender can do. I mean, the coverage there by Case Watson, and when that receiver comes back, Coach, you're really in no man's land if you're a DB.
Yeah, you're in tough shape right there, and you saw the right arm, kind of an arm bar across the chest. That's going to get called every single time. Although there are defensive coaches that will tell you, I know the definition of pass interference is defending the pass. So that's. I'm not saying that was the case there. That was definitely a hit that came a little bit early.
Yeah, that's the reason the back shoulder pass is so effective, because the defender, all they can do really is to interfere or basically give up the catch. And one time he's doing all he can, and you're going to get whistled for the 15-yarder there. As Stokes tries the right side, he'll pick up about 5. 2nd and 5 now for the Mustangs.
You know, you really have to be impressed by both teams, the versatility of the firepower of their offense. I mean, if you look at Madison Academy right now, they got a lot of weapons. They've got a lot of speed all over the field, and of course Seton is just a perfect trigger man for an offense like this.
2nd down, let's say closer to 4. He's going to keep it around the right side, turns the corner. He's got the first down inside the 40-yard line at about the 39.
And of course, when you've got a quarterback that is every bit as good as a tailback right here, that Wildcat offense where the quarterback runs the football becomes more effective because nobody's handing the ball off. So you've really got an extra man to block with. It's almost like you're playing with 12 men, and it can be very, very effective.
And you can see Seton has great vision and just really patience on the turning the corner there, allow his blockers to get up front and picks up that 1st down.
Well, that 11 yards of carry, you know, will get your attention, and you can see why that he's averaging that.
1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. Seton back, steps up, throws it in the flats, and not hanging on. He looked out here and thought he had a man that could haul it in, and that time Ellis unable to do that, or Cherry, I should say. He couldn't pull it in, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I don't think Seton was ever able to get in rhythm on that play. You know, the ball didn't have much on it. I think he had Cherry for a pretty decent gain right there. He also had a slant coming in behind him that would have been a sizable gain, but just not able to handle the ball cleanly, and the throw was very errant.
2nd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. They lead by 4. Hand off, spin move, and spinning his way out inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Stokes there showing some great quickness to escape that initial defender.
Yeah, I think he ran right. I think it was Montague. Watch, he's going to run right. I mean, just run right out of his tackle right there. Nice spin move. Tries to do another one, but a nice shoestring tackle to keep that thing from going for big yardage.
So 3rd down and 5 now. Possession down right here, probably in 2-down territory if you're the Mustangs. And Seton's going to go the right side. He'll be tracked down. That is a good play defensively there. Hauling him in is going to be number 66, and that's Southard.
If you watch Southard right here, he's going to slant to his left. It comes right underneath the block of Caden Young, 6'4", 298. And he whips that block, comes right underneath it, and makes a big stop and brings up this pretty crucial 4th down and 5.
Huge play right here.
This is one
Mustangs
of those,
may take their time out here, it looks like.
This is one of those momentum builders right here.
They will line up. Back is Seton, steps up, got pressure going down. Montague with the sack, and they will come up with a big stop there for the Tigers. Montague, good-looking senior there at 6'3", about 220. And he's just able to beat the tackle and get in there and wrap him up and bring him down. That is a big stop for that Tiger defense.
Yeah, he comes right over the top of Jalen Arnold, the left tackle right there, and then he does a nice job of running the hoop and tackles the quarterback from the top down, and that's a momentum changer right there. That's a big stop on 4th down. Let's see what kind of life that it gives to the Tigers.
We'll come back out offensively, and Towers brings them out there with Purdue in the backfield with him. 1st down and 10. We'll go to Purdue. He's hit. Wow, he is walloped just as soon as he crosses the line. That is a big hit in there for the Mustangs, and that's Blake Helton. Watch his pop, Coach.
Yeah, he's 5'9", 173, but he doesn't hit like it right there. I mean, that's big-time pop.
You said earlier these two teams are physical, and you see it right there. That's evident on that play. 2nd down and 10. Tigers. Everybody trying to get in the right spot here. Looked a little confused there, but they're set now. And they'll look to the sideline. Towers hands it off. That's Watson. Watson trying to get to the corner. He does. Turns it up. Big block on the outside. And Watson able to get inside. And there's a flag on the play. And let's see if it was a little too good of a block, Coach.
Yeah, I didn't catch it initially, but I tell you, you can see that, of course, we heard Watson can really run, and they weren't kidding. He's got great speed, got around that edge, made it look easy. But I think it's coming back.
I believe they got the holding, and they are going to call number 10, I believe is what they're saying, our 10-yard penalty.
Holding on the Tigers.
Holding will be against the Tigers. And that one's coming back. And again, another tough blow right there when you're starting to move the football. You're able to get the corner there.
Yeah, penalties have really, really hurt them.
Second down and long. They'll look to the side once again. Towers got pressure. In trouble, goes to the left side. They have to do something with it. Throws it late down the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Thought he had a man, overshot him, and it was almost picked and gone the other way as Blake from his safety spot just kind of drifted over, read the eyes of the quarterback, and almost comes in with a pick.
Well, this is almost a great play too, because he had a receiver for what would have been just a electrifying scramble completion right here. But here again, if I can be a quarterback coach again for a minute, Tommy, you know, if you can't square your shoulders and point your left shoulder at your target and load up the backside, very difficult to throw an accurate pass.
Third down and long for the Tigers here. Mustangs threatening the blitz on the edge. He'll roll to the right side. Steps up, gonna look, in trouble. Now just has to get what he can. He'll cross the 30 before he's forced out of bounds at about the 31.
Yeah, they ran a combination right here to the side of the sprint out, but both receivers are right next to each other. It looked like there was supposed to be a corner route and a little hitch, but the hitch was running about 13, 14 yards, and really the route was garbled and had no chance to be successful.
So now the Tigers come up with a defensive stop. Now the Mustangs do, and it's punting time for Madison County. Montague to punt the football away.
Number 44, Montague, back to punt for the Tigers.
Let's see if we get some of that edge pressure again. Not this time.
High floater. Fair catch called for. Bobbled. It's on the ground, and I believe he got back on it. That time Holmes lost it momentarily, but first and 10 for the Mustangs at about the 38-yard line.
First down and 10.
Well, we've got a little back and forth, don't we, Tommy? I'm just impressed with the way these two teams get after one another.
No, I tell you,
you see this, and these are physical teams,
yep.
And this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it really is, and as you said, it is a hard-hitting, pretty intense football game, which is exactly what we expected coming in.
It's a first down and 10. This time on the keeper is going to be Seaton. He's got a gap. He's in the open field, 40-yard line, tracked down from behind, as he will take it to about the 36-yard line. Avery Seaton for the Amherst first down.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be long before we'd see this play. This is the quarterback counter off the speed sweep. But really, you know, there are two unblocked purple shirts that he goes underneath because of the angle of the penetration that they take straight up field, and you kind of think that maybe the Tiger coaching staff is going to tell one of those two to, hey, let's just sit back a little bit, let's just bubble our movement some, and be ready to fall back inside to make that play.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs. With the give, ball pops loose, and Stokes gets back on it. Ran into one of his blockers there.
Yeah, that was a what's called a split zone. You run the zone play to the right, and the H-back, that time it was Blake Helton, tries to come back and seal the backside end. Well, the timing wasn't right there, and the running back and the seal blocker literally ran into each other, and almost a disaster for Madison Academy.
Loss of about a yard on the play, second down and 11. Seaton and Stokes in the backfield. Seaton flips it out here. Catch made, finding his way to the 30-yard line. And they'll bring down Clark right there.
Real nice job by Seaton that time. Madison Academy is going to run a little twist from the weak side and bring what should have been the flat defender as the third rusher to that side. Seaton sees it, throws the hitch right now on his first step for a nice completion.
Third down, about 3 right here. Big play for this Mustang offense. This is where you saw the Tiger defense stiffen a little bit earlier. Seaton and Stokes in the backfield. It'll be Seaton flipping on the outside. Catch is going to be made and going to be trapped. That is a good play out there on the boundary. Up to make the stop is going to be, looks like number 18, and the stop there.
I actually think it may have been
16.
Yeah, I think it's Romero Towers.
Yeah, it is Towers. Yeah,
you know, you can see he avoids the block. I'm not real sure Jalen Holmes is going to like looking at that block when he looks at the film next week with his coach. But a nice play by Towers to avoid that block and make a big play and bring up this very crucial 4th down.
Within about 4. Seaton again, back to pass, throws it out in the flats, too low, incomplete. He looked out there and was trying to find Holmes, and it's incomplete, and the Tigers have held again.
Yeah, kind of the same thing we talked about on the hitch route a couple plays ago. There's no flat defender, but really the throw looked a little bit out of rhythm. Seaton couldn't get much on it. I don't think the ball was tipped, but nevertheless the ball's underthrown, and a really nice stop by Madison County to get this ball turned over on downs.
So both teams had pretty good offensive drives there in the first period. In the second, the defenses have bent but not broken, so have come up with a couple of big stops. First down and 10 now for the Tigers.
Well, we see kind of a socially distanced crowd right there. What do you think, Tommy?
Well, they have one that's asleep over there. I mean, I'm trying to check it out. We've got, looks like timeout on the field. Mustang head to the sideline there. So looks like they will stop things. And again, we've got a lot of things going on here on WOTM. One thing you need to keep in mind is every Wednesday night at 6:30, John Holder hosts the AHSAA Weekly, as he'll be letting you know everything that's going on in the AHSAA for the week. Also, usually a couple of interviews with the coaches that we'll be having on Thursday night. And just a very informative time. That is the AHSAA Weekly show hosted by John Holder each Wednesday night at 6:30, and you can catch it all right here on WOTM.
You know, Tommy, that really is a great show. I mean, John does a great job, and our state association they have so many things going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, throughout the year, and it's a fun show to watch and very, very informative.
Well, and one thing that you think about football and everything else, but sometimes we, in the middle of football season, don't realize all the other sports that are being played right now. And then also they talk to some of the board members and what it means to them to be on the central board, and it's a very good time to highlight a lot of people that are doing a lot of work behind the scenes and are getting some great things done in this state.
Could not be said better, my friend.
First and 10, mark it at about the 32-yard line. It'll be Tiger football. 5:09 left here in this first half. Towers in the shotgun. He'll take it, hand it off, and sliding his way across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. I believe that was Purdue. Yes, it was on that carry. He'll pick up about 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
I tell you, Madison County is going to give you cross motion on just about every snap. And the reason for that is that it automatically is going to force defenses to play more horizontal than they would want to. Defenses want to get upfield, they want to attack, but that motion is going to make you work more east and west.
We'll go to Purdue again. He's able to fight it out to about the 39. Be 3rd down, possession down for the Tigers.
Tough going right there. Again, the interior play on both sides of the ball are pretty vicious.
3rd down here with a little over 4 minutes left in the first half. A lot of games being played tonight. We'll try to maybe chase down some scores a little bit later on this very busy Thursday night of high school football. Go with 3rd time in a row, hand it off and breaking it across the first down marker and into midfield and into Mustang territory. And then first down for Isaiah Purdue.
Yeah, that time Madison Academy ends up in about a 6-man line. And what's going to happen is if you split that initial line of scrimmage, there aren't a whole lot of white shirts to run you down in the secondary. That's exactly what happened right there. Really nice job of blocking by the left side of the Tiger offensive line to pick up this big first down.
Madison County now with the ball in Mustang territory. Motion and the give. Mitchell rips off a first down, almost bounces out of the pack, and another good gain. Cameron Mitchell on the carry there. Another Amherst first down for the Tigers.
It's that off-tackle speed sweep play, just really nice blocking. And you can see that those purple shirts, they're taking it to Madison Academy right now. You can see those blocks are getting well up into the defenders. They're knocking them back. And those speedy backs now are finding creases to run into. And right now they've got that Mustang defense on their heels.
1st and 10 right here, and they'll go back, and Purdue with positive yardage. He'll pick up a couple. Clock now with 3 minutes left here in this first half.
Yeah, nice job by Hayden Knight that time, coming off that block, falling back inside and holding that thing to about a 4-yard gain.
2nd down, we'll call it about 6.5 to go. Motion man, high snap. Towers has to get back on it, and that's going to be a tough one to overcome there when you have the high snap back at the 42-yard line. So now 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Well, these critical mistakes are drive killers. We've seen a bunch of them tonight already, and of course that snap, that may be the toughest snap for a quarterback to handle because that ball is hard and it's up. And it's almost impossible to get your hands on top of that ball and bring it back down to you, so that when you flick it, which is the action you're going to do to try to catch it, it just gives it impetus to go further back than it normally would have gone.
Leaves it with 3rd and about 14 now. Towers back, looking, rolling to the right, and just going to have to go out of bounds. And Hamlet holds him up as he has him over on the boundary. And it's going to bring up 4th down now for Madison County.
Pretty good discipline by Hamlet that time on that sideline. Thought for a minute there we were going to see a shot, but definitely used good judgment right there and brings up this 4th down situation.
So 4th down at about 20 now. So Montague back in punt formation. The clock stops by going out of bounds at 1:54. So the Tiger drive had gotten off kind of promising there for a few minutes, and it stalls again, and Montague in to punt the football away. Nobody back deep. They'll let it roll, and it's going to be down at about the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs there. 4-point lead, 1:44 to operate for Madison Academy.
Well, Tommy, we've seen a lot of offense, but not many points. I think for both offenses, there's been a lot of good-looking plays, but there's been that crucial mistake somewhere in a drive that have just been drive killers.
You know, we thought coming in that we had an evenly matched game, and I think the first half has shown us that. I think
Absolutely.
that these two teams are pretty even. It's going to be a fun second half. Seaton throwing it out there. Catch is going to be made. First man missed, far sideline. Leaps over a defender, 40-yard line, breaks a tackle, midfield. What a run after the catch. And that is going to be Holmes as he rips off a big gain and an Amherst first down.
Well, this is just a little hitch route right here, but you're going to watch. There's a little juke to the outside, and I watch him get north and south and then turn on the jets right about here.
As he leaps over Towers there.
Well,
he gets a big gain.
Of course, he's been an explosive guy. Now,
and that's going to be called, you can't leap a defender. Yeah. I was wondering if they got it. They did. I do see the flag now.
Just a little bit about Holmes. They in their game against North Jackson, they were behind 32-10 at halftime. In the second half, he had a 74-yard kickoff return and a 55-yard interception return for a touchdown. So, I mean, he's got explosiveness written all over him. But this one's evidently going to come back.
You see right there, he is a candidate to take it to the house on every snap. The officials sort this out, and they're going to wave that off. Let's see if the official gives us an indication here at all.
Well, we see him walking. I think he's going to walk to the sideline and give an explanation.
Yeah.
This may not be a real friendly chat.
No, this may not. So that was the initial call that I'm thinking the leaping over a defender And that has been, I believe that's what the initial, the initial flag was for. And then after talking over, they are going to wave that off. And Scott Sharp not real thrilled about that one.
No, and you're right. That technically, has not been legal. But you rarely see that called. I mean, usually, they're going to use some discretion in that.
First down and 10. Mustangs on the move, trying to add to that 4-point lead here before half. Seaton is back, rolls right. Got pressure, steps away, and he'll step out of bounds just inside the 40-yard line. Stops the clock with 1:12 left.
When you've got a guy like Seaton with the escapability that he has, it is so important that you keep him in the pocket. Good pressure again, but you can see as he rolls to the boundary, there's no containing to the short side of the field. And so he's able to turn a sure loss into about an 8-yard gain.
You saw Montague coming around that corner, and I'm going to tell you, he is going to make life tough. I don't see that Towers is going to get a whole lot of time to sit back there. Montague will get a holding call there, and catch is going to be made by Holmes into the 10-yard line. He'll go to about the 9, but I'm
pretty sure this is coming back.
The holding call is Montague had gotten the edge again, Coach.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing again. I mean, you get pressure from the field, try to run a little game to the weak side, and but without a contained rusher to that side, as he rolls there, he's going to be pretty much unmolested.
You see Montague come around here.
There you see the pressure, but you can see to the other side, there's no purple jersey to the outside.
Right. Montague is getting into the backfield fine. It's just, like you said, not able to hem him up on the other side. You may see this Mustang offense really start to roll away from Montague because he is in the backfield in a hurry.
I'm not sure whether he's more dangerous coming to you or coming from your backside.
Second down and almost 20.
Second down, we'll say about 20 to go.
Well,
clock with 52 seconds left.
There's a guy with a 2 on the back of his jersey that can get 20 just about any time.
Seaton drops back, throws it out, catch is made, and then incomplete. Tried to flip it out here. That time, Cherry unable to hang on, and he was about to take a big wallop. Clock stops with 39 seconds. It's 3rd and 20 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that ball was hung up in the air, and really the corner was charitable. Let's put it that way. That could have been a big hit.
3rd down here. Tigers just trying to run that 39 seconds off so they can go to the locker room. Only down by 4 and pressure, but it's picked off, and it's going to be to the 35-yard line. Montague again with the pressure causes the ball to go up in the air, and you see the celebration there because it's hauled in by foot. And now 1st and 10, and what a play here by Montague.
Well, Montague has been able to rush the passer against every scheme. You can see the ball up in the air, and I want to say that maybe that was Harrison Cernaway that comes up with that.
It was 1st down at the 35-yard line.
And I guarantee at halftime, one of the things that Madison Academy is going to talk about is to adjust their scheme so that number 44 is not in the backfield at will.
Timeout on the field, 3 with 34 seconds left. They'll try to get things sorted out right here. But we will take a break here, and when we come back, we will be back in just a moment again. But let me remind you about this, the CTV Beam viewers, we welcome those guys. SD, Channel 79, HD, Channel 286. Welcome to the WOTM family. Of course, that's Beam bringing it to East Alabama. We appreciate them being a part of WOTM. Again, just over a half minute left here in this first half. Big turn of events there because the holding call stopped the drive really for the Mustangs and brought them all the way back to their side of midfield. And then Montague able to come in there and knock the ball loose.
You know, he really has been the story of the first half, I think, Tommy. I mean, he has single-handedly done much to disrupt the Mustang offense. That time, forcing a big turnover, and It'll be very interesting to see how Madison County negotiates these final 34 seconds. I don't see how many timeouts they have left.
You know, that time Montague came around the corner and nobody there to block him except for Hamlet, so they had a back trying to slow him down, and that was really just a mismatch from the word go, and he's creating havoc in the backfield. They'll hand it off, rolling out, now looking to pass. Oh my goodness, what a shot. He stops, and from behind is Spurlock, and he unloads. Now a little pushing and shoving right here. As Spurlock was celebrating, and I believe it looked like to me that Watson kind of raised his head. It looked like a kick to the head, but he is walloped. And as he gets up, he comes at him, and yeah, just the knee right there. And there is, the officials did not see that. Of course, Coach Sharp saw it, and he's wanting a word with the officials there.
And of course, Spurlock came off the end completely untouched, and boy, I mean, he delivered a lick, and there was a little window dressing at the end of that play. That's I don't know whether it was intentional or not, but you see as he comes up, if you watch that right knee, it's gonna.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot right there to the face gear. And I'll say it's incidental after the play. So no penalty thrown there, and the ball at the 41-yard line, where it's going to be second down and long.
Yeah, you know, Spurlock's a wide receiver and a DB, but he's 6'1", 205, and I think every bit of that 205 went right through the back of Case Watson that time, because that was a big hit.
Watson at 5'7", 140. That was he's going to come up on the tough end of that one.
Yeah, he tried to throw, you know, a little halfback pass or a speed sweep pass, but just no time to get it off. Completely unmolested was Spurlock, and he delivered the goods.
Second down at about 15, maybe 16 yards to go right here. 24 seconds on the clock. Towers got pressure, steps up, steps away from the pressure, near the boundary, looking back. Now just kind of finds his way up and steps out of bounds with 14 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Madison Academy brought 5 that time, brought the weak side linebacker late. Towers did a great job of escaping the pressure. I thought he was going to find somebody running clean down the field, but just a really nice job by the Madison Academy defense of defending that scramble situation. Watch him escape right here. You can see there's lots of white shirts, but he slides to his right, and it looked like he was going to have room to go, but just nobody open right there, and Madison Academy is able to close the net around him, and very well defended.
He kept the play open and alive as long as he could, but now third down at about 13. Towers rolling to the near side, looking, and just throws it out of bounds with 7 seconds left on the clock. So 7 seconds left, fourth down now. As the officials have a flag thrown back here at about the midfield stripe.
It almost always has to be a hold or a late hit, I would think.
And they will go with, as the official will say, personal foul face mask against the defense.
Now, this is significant for one real big reason. I don't think it's going to get him in field goal range, but it is going to get him within range of throwing one up that's got a chance now to be thrown into the end zone. And anything can happen there. Can be caught, can be interference, lots of stuff.
Let's see where they spot the football. I believe it's right there, yeah, on the backside. You see coming around and just using the headgear. There's the face mask hanging on. You see the top of the screen. Good job, camera guys. So they will march this off. Now, keep in mind a little bit earlier, I said Cisco has hit a 49-yarder. So this would, from this point at the 23, that's going to be a 40-yarder from this spot on the field. 7 seconds left on the clock. Looks like they're going to go.
Well, they have the kicking ball in.
And there's Cisco. He's going to put it down right at the 30, so they're going to go for it right here. A 40-yard field goal. Cisco's already hit from 34. We'll try to cut the lead to 1 right here out of the hold of Towers. And I believe the Mustangs will call a timeout right here, make him think about it. So they will take a timeout. We will take a 1-minute break here and come back as we have a 40-yard field goal attempt coming your way in just a sec.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Kick off to saving at Tony Serenisa of Sila Cattle.
Score big with up to $4,000 off MSRP on new 2020 Rogue Sports. That's $4,000 off MSRP on new 2020 Rogue Sports. And payments as low as $375 a month. $375 a month on new 2020 Rogue Sports. Plus, take advantage of 0% APR financing for up to 72 months.
The right people, a better customer experience.
Sarah Nissan of Sylacauga.
40-yard field goal coming up for Andrew Cisco, the 5'11", 165-pound senior. He's already made from the far hash from 34. And that penalty could loom large if he can put it between the pipes here, Coach.
Yeah, without a doubt. And as I said to you during the break, I misjudged the distance. I thought the ball was going to be outside of the 30. Well, I was only off by about 13 yards.
They bring the offense back out now.
Interesting.
There's Towers back in. And they try to pick up a few more yards here with 7 seconds. They'll look. And he's going to throw the deep in. And the catch is made in about the 3-yard line with 1 second on the clock. 1 second as catching it out there is Watson. So now what do you do, Coach?
Well, you know, the smart play, as you can see, this is a post route over the middle. The ball is threaded right between two defenders down to the 1. The smart play is get the points and get in at halftime down 1. But the fun thing is to, let's see if we can get 7. How's that for an answer, Tommy?
I think you're going to go for the 7. I think right
so.
Here, you know, I mean, you look at it and you've got the momentum after that catch there. More than likely, you've got 2 or 3 of your normal 2-point conversion plays that you've got in your bag, and I think right now you got to go for it at the 2-yard line.
And you also, you know, you've also got a running back. You know, you got 2 choices. You got Purdue, you know, that is a will-o'-the-wisp, but you also have the sledgehammer back there too.
That's right.
You know, you got Braden Parton, who has got 6 TDs on the year, and at 6 foot 225, you think he can get 2 yards. So, you know, you got some choices.
What a turn of events here in the last few moments.
Really a well-thrown ball and a nice catch, good concentration.
Well, I think I was thinking like the Madison Academy defense, they're going to run like about a 7 or 8 yard out and then stop the clock just to get closer field goal. But they're going to go for it right here.
And I can tell you, it's a little bit of a gamble now with 7 seconds, thinking you're going to be able to get another play off.
Here it is, 1 second. Parton in the backfield. They slide him over. Parton's got the handoff, the snap. He'll go and drop him. They'll stop him at the 2. He didn't get there. What a play by that Mustang defense. They just come in and wrap him up. Never looked like he could get anything going forward. And you see how frustrated he is as he comes off the field.
Yeah, not much push on the left side of the yard.
So 7-3. You watch right here. As you look back at the highlights, the pressure early by the Mustangs. They get the touchdown pass, our only touchdown here in the first half. There's been some hitting going on here at Tiger Stadium tonight. Madison Academy leading 7-3 over Madison County in this big-time Class 4A Region 7 showdown. We'll come back with a halftime report and a whole lot more as we continue on AHSA TV, presented by Ox Foundations.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Kick off to saving a Tony set up for Osceola County.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Tony Sarah Ford of Sylacauga.
In Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, 7-3 our score. Madison Academy leading over the Tigers of Madison County. 4-point advantage here at the break. And right now we're going to join John Holder. I had a chance to sit down with Ken Washington talking about some of the officiating in the state, and as he does a great job helping out with the officials. And we'll take it away. Let John Holder talk to Ken Washington of the AHSAA.
We are back on the AHSAA Weekly, going to take you to the Alabama High School Athletic Association offices in Montgomery. Ken Washington is the Assistant Director of Officials for the Alabama High School Athletic Association, and he joins us this week. Ken, glad to have you with us once again here on the AHSAA Weekly.
I'm glad to be on here as always, John. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Ken. We're going to have some fun this week. We are getting closer. We've had a little chill in the air in the recent weeks. Fall is here, winter just around the corner. Basketball season is coming. We're going to talk about some of the changes that are coming to basketball this year, a couple of emphasis on rules and a couple of rule changes. One thing that we're going to talk about right off the bat is coaches coming onto the floor during an altercation. This strikes me, Ken, as being something very important. Talk about the rule change here.
Well, John, I love this rule change. It helps get things back in order. This year, the National Federation felt like it was important that we allow coaches to come on the floor during an altercation to help restore order so we can get the game back going as quickly as possible.
Okay, and we're also going to talk about another rule change. This has to deal with player injuries and the time frame, the timeout for a player injury. Tell us what the rule change is there.
Well, this is another one I like as well, because now a coach has 15 seconds to replace a player. Before, they didn't have that time. They had to replace the player immediately. Now they will have 15 seconds to fix a player up and get them back out there if they need to, especially if they're a good free throw shooter or a rebounder or a scorer. So whatever they specialize in, they'll have that opportunity to get that player in.
Not big rule changes, but very significant. I know you're pleased with those. Also, each year, there's not only rule changes, but there are what we call points of emphasis. So these are not rule changes, but it's going to be a point of emphasis in officiating this year. This will be, Ken, I think the three that we're going to talk about here this week are going to be very, very important. And I think the fans will notice this when they go out to high school basketball games. So let's begin. We're going to look at a couple of videos here. All of these from high school games that were played at the state finals last year, I believe, in Birmingham. First one, we're talking about charge versus block. As we look at this video, tell us what's happening here.
All right, on this particular play, we got a play to the basket, and we have a secondary defender is coming over trying to take a charge. We have an airborne defender, an airborne shooter, and we have a collision. The official decided not to blow the whistle on this play, but in this particular play, we want to have a whistle. So we'll do a let's make the call, And John, if you'll tell me what you got on this play, that'd be awesome.
All right. I would have called this a charge. This was Leah Montgomery and Mountain Brook. I would have called the Leah Montgomery players taking the charge. But you tell me, right or wrong?
I don't know. I know a lot of coaches will be out there. John, what are you talking about? He didn't go through him. He fell backwards. What are you doing? You know, that's what our coaches do. But anyway, a defender has to first establish legal guard position. To establish legal guard position, they have to have 2 feet on the floor facing their opponent. Once the defender have established legal guard position, they are not allowed to move into the offensive player. So the official has to judge, does that defender move into the offensive player, or is he stationary prior to the offensive player leaving the floor? In this case, I think it's a block, John. I think it's a tie. But this is a very tough play. It could go either way. The most important thing on this is that we have a whistle. You can see how tough this play is. It's a very difficult play, and we're watching it multiple times. That official only has one shot at it.
Sure.
And it's very quick, and they have to make a decision. They chose to go with no call, but I would love to see a whistle on this play.
And so that will be a point of emphasis that when a heavy contact like this happens, there will be a call one way or the other. Am I getting that right?
That's right.
Okay, now the next thing we're going to look at, we have a girls game. This is a 5A girls game last year in the state finals in Birmingham between, I believe, Madison Academy and Charles Henderson coming up. And this is going to be in the area of an intentional foul. Tell us about this.
That's right. So on an intentional foul play, we're seeing players grabbing players to stop the clock, to give them opportunity to put them on the line. And it's hard to say that that is not an intentional foul. And so the direction is, if a player is fouling from behind, to stop the clock, no matter what the score is, the directive is from this office is for our officials to call that intentional foul, no matter the score. We also gave this information to our coaches during their rule cleaning, so they're very aware of what we're asking our officials to do.
So fans be looking out for that as well. In our third video here, we're going to go back to the Leah Montgomery Mountain Brook game on this one as well. And this we're going to talk about palming and carrying the basketball. Now, this is a really getting into a subjective area here, it looks like. Tell us what the point of emphasis is going to be this year on palming and carrying the basketball.
For palming and carrying the basketball, our officials are going to be looking at the offensive player's hand. If they're going out, as I was going to shake your hand, and I have the ball rested there in the palm of my hand, we're going to allow this, which is a lot of leeway from back when the game was back in the day when Ron was playing. But if I was handing my hands out as I was giving you change, that's the play we want. And if you'll watch this play, you'll see the offensive ball handler pauses with the basketball, palm facing upward, takes about 2 or 3 steps in between the dribble, and that's hard for that defender to guard that offensive player if we allow that. And on this particular play, they ended up getting an and-one, a foul on the defender, which is a personal foul, and they got a team foul. So it's very imperative that we get this play right the first time so we don't have those mishaps after the play.
So this play, this year, that would be carrying and palming the basketball, and it would be a turnover, correct?
That's correct. Yes, absolutely.
Great information there. And so as fans get ready in the next few weeks to start going out and watching high school basketball games around the state, if they've watched the AHSA Weekly and they've tuned in very carefully to what Ken Washington has said, they will be a little bit up to snuff a little bit on the high school rules more than the other folks sitting around them in the stands. So some great information, Ken. Thank you for joining us this week on the AHSA Weekly.
Thank you, John. I always appreciate being here.
Ken Washington, Assistant Director of Officials for the Alabama High School Athletic Association, our guest this week on the AHSAA Weekly.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick. uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. On Thursday, October 15th, the Gordo Green Wave travels to Fayette to take on the Fayette County Tigers. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Back on the AHSAA Weekly, time for David Holsford of the AHSAA's statewide highlights as we take you around the state of Alabama to show you video highlights. We'll begin with Holt at American Christian. American Christian quarterback William Suit hands off to Brandon Waller, streaks up the middle for a Patriots touchdown midway through the first quarter. Later in the period, it's Suit again with a play-action pass, finding his receiver, who runs it in for a touchdown. Next, he throws it to talented Patriots receiver Kamari Lassiter, who grabs the catch over the defender and is brought down just before the end zone at the 1-yard line to set up another Patriots TD. And here we've got Sawyer Dearman. He comes in motion, takes the jet sweep, and runs right to left across the field to get the touchdown as the Patriots remain unbeaten with a 54-19 win over the Holt Ironmen down in that matchup in Tuscaloosa County. Next in Mobile, Murphy travels to Baker High School. Quarterback Jayshon McMillan faking a handoff, running 15 yards in for a Hornets touchdown. And then later on, it's the Murphy Panthers with the ball at the 31-yard line. Khalil Johnson takes a handoff up the middle and races to the end zone for the touchdown. Baker, though, would strike back, however, as Deontay Smith faking the handoff to Jamari Hawkins, keeping the ball himself as he rambles all the way for the touchdown, and Baker rolls to a 31-14 win over crosstown rival Murphy in Mobile. Next, it's St. Paul's and UMS Wright volleyball. This is the battle of 5A rivals, St. Paul's and UMS Wright at Mobile. Louise Muscat, she spikes this shot over the Saints defenders for a big point. St. Paul's falls with a serve. The Bulldogs keep in play just long enough for Dorsey Parker to get the point for UMS Wright on their way to a 3-2 win over the Saints in that volleyball battle of Old Shell Road down in Mobile. In volleyball, those 5A rivals, the St. Paul's Episcopal Saints and the UMS Wright Prep Bulldogs. Now we're going to go back to more football action. Hoover at Hewitt-Trussville in the Class 7A Region 3 battle. It was all as expected. Hoover pulled out a 29-28 win over the Huskies, picking up the action in the first half. Hoover quarterback Josh Lundy connects with Malik Thomas for the touchdown to give the Bucks a 10-7 lead. But then Hewitt-Trussville roared back when the Huskies' talented Armani Goodwin, committed to Auburn, races 46 yards for a touchdown. Hewitt would take a 28-16 lead into the fourth quarter, but the Bucks show why they are the Bucks once again. Jalen Taylor cuts the lead to 28-23 with his Hoover touchdown run, and later in the fourth quarter, he seals the win with a winning touchdown, and the Bucks escape with a 1-point win, 29-28 over Hewitt-Trussville. This Class 5A Region 2 game between Greenville and Rehoboth came down to the wire for the last play of the game. This is Rebels quarterback Peyton Stevens, hands off to Xavier Helms, who completes a jump pass into the end zone for the touchdown. Greenville gets a touchdown with his strong run, but then with Greenville taking a 16-13 lead late, Rehoboth drives to the winning touchdown in the final minute, thanks in part to the old hook and lateral play executed to perfection. Mason Rivers catches the pass late in the fourth quarter from Stevens, pitches to Brandon Austin. He runs the ball down to the Tigers' 36-yard line. And then with just over 7 seconds left, Stevens, who earned the prep spotlight this week, would end it here, rolling into the end zone and diving toward the pylon for the game-winning score as the buzzer sounds to give the Rebels a 19-16 win. Another South Alabama game that came down to the end. This is Strawn and Geneva. We pick it up in the third quarter. Panthers cut Strawn's lead to 21-20 with a touchdown run by Noah Johnson. Then with 35 seconds left in the game, Geneva quarterback Damian Kimmerlin connects with Johnson in the end zone for the game-winning touchdown to take the key 26-21 Class 4A Region 2 win. Up north, always tough, Madison took on Cold Springs in the Class 2A Region 5 battle, showed its muscle from the get-go. Bulldogs quarterback Christian Roberts dashing 40 yards for the first score and takes on another TD. A few minutes later, Cold Springs just doesn't have an answer. Roberts scores his third touchdown of the night Addison goes on to win the game over Cold Springs by a score of 50-14 as we take another look at the run here between those two rivals up in North Alabama, Cold Springs and Addison. This is Ashford at Alabama Christian. Alabama Christian quarterback Colin Hunt opens the Eagles' resounding win over Ashford with this touchdown pass to Norman Schlemmer. Hunt finds receiver Corey Landers next. That's coming up on a short screen pass, and the blockers open the gate as he weaves his way through the Ashford defense for another touchdown. Odasoi Dion takes this fourth quarter handoff the distance for a touchdown as the Eagles close out the Class 4A Region 2 win 49-14. And there's that long touchdown run right there for the touchdown as the Eagles win the Class 4A Region 2 game 49-14. Next, we go back up north, Oak Grove at Curry. Oak Grove picked up its first win of the season at Curry thanks to a rejuvenated offense led by plays like this one by running back Zachary Brinson, who becomes the passer on this touchdown play. Brinson speeds for another touchdown later in the game, and quarterback Braylon Myers fires this touchdown pass as Oak Grove cruises to a 49-36 win over Curry. Zachary Brinson, Braylon Myers, the combination there for Oak Grove as the Tigers win 49-36 over Curry from up in Walker County. There's the touchdown pass deep into the end zone into a lot of traffic for the touchdown. Now we're going to take you to number 1 Randolph County in 2A playing at Fayetteville. This was the AHSA TV Network WOTM game of the week. Check out this great camera work as top-ranked Class 2A Randolph County rolled early and often in its win over Fayetteville. Quarterback Avian Willis hands off to Jeremy Till, who makes a move around one defender to get into the end zone. The Tigers led it 20-0 at the half. Willis picked up where he left off in the second half with this play-action pass to receiver Jake Smith, who races untouched into the end zone. And then Austin Terrell powers his way for another Randolph County touchdown as the Tigers roll past Fayetteville 41-0 in the AHSAA TV Network game of the week to remain undefeated at 6-0 and tied for the region lead in Class 2A Region 4 with Lynette. That's the David Holtzford highlights. If you want to send a highlight clip in to be featured next week, just go to dholtzford@ahsaa.com. That's the email address to send your clip in for next week.
7-3 our score here at the break. Madison Academy leading over Madison County. Had a touchdown pass, Avery Seaton to Timothy Spurlock from about 9 yards out, put Madison Academy on the board, and then a 34-yard field goal from Andrew Sisko got Madison County on the board. But, Coach, I think that last drive, Madison County with an opportunity, 1 second on the clock at the 2-yard line and just couldn't punch it in. And that helped Madison Academy keep that momentum.
Well, the thing you wonder about something like that, Tommy, you get in the locker room at halftime, you're going to talk about a lot of things, but you wonder if those guys right there in the back of their mind, that's not what they're thinking about. We had the ball 2 yards from the goal line, had a chance to have the lead, and we got nothing. Sometimes it's hard for players to get past that, but you got to turn the page and get ready for the next half. Should be an exciting half, but boy, it was a hard-hitting, hard-fought first half.
Yeah, that's the way I look at that first half. I mean, like we said, coming into this game, we kind of expected two teams that were evenly matched, a close-knit game, and that's exactly what we've gotten. These two teams have been physical from the word go. There have been some great hits and just some outstanding plays so far. And I think the second half is going to be a very fun half to broadcast. And looking forward to, you look at Madison County, they're going to be back on offense here to open up this third. And this is a very important drive for this team.
Yeah, I really think it is. I mean, the first 5 minutes of any half and the last 5 minutes of any half are obviously super important, but especially when you've been denied right at pay dirt right before the half, and now you get the ball to start the second half. You don't want that frustration to build. You want to take it down there, knock it in the end zone, get the lead, and say, all right, boys, here we go.
Madison County, coached by Scott Sharp, his 10th season as a head coach. Had 5 seasons at Huntsville and 5 seasons at Madison County. As he has led this team to a 6-1 start, ranked number 6 in Class 4A. Got a penalty flag here on the opening kick of the second half. And on the other side, Coach, Bob Gotze, a guy you're very familiar with.
Absolutely, Tommy. Bob was our quarterback at Troy. Had a great career down there. Knee injury slowed him down just a little bit. And, of course, as you well know, Tommy, he was the quarterback for the conference clinching 46-44. I think I got those numbers right. Win over Jacksonville State on a last-second field goal. He took the Trojans down the field in a 2-minute drill, and that was his very first college start. He was a freshman.
I was sitting on about the 40-yard line when he kicked that ball through there.
Well, Bobby was extremely nervous when I told him he had to start. We had an All-American quarterback that was out, and I said, Bobby, you're starting. He looked at me and very, very nervously said, okay.
Just a cool customer.
He acted like he'd been there, for 20 years.
Watson on the return for the Tigers. He'll lower his shoulder and bring it out across the 35-yard line. Good tough run there by Case Watson, the junior for the Tigers.
You kind of like Watson. I mean, he's a feisty, hard-nosed guy. Has great speed, but he's got a little spit and vinegar to him too.
So 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. We'll see what they can dial up offensively. Try to get going here in this second half. As we said, in the backfield, the hammer back there, that is Braden Parton. As he will be in the backfield with Towers. They'll leave it on the inside handoff and into the open field, breaking it to the 40-yard line.
I don't think anybody's going to catch him, Tommy.
I think they have dialed it up and into the end zone. He goes the distance is Purdue. Isaiah Purdue finds a hole and rips off a huge gain for the Tiger touchdown.
This is the off tackle right. You can see very well blocked, and watch the afterburners right here. Puts it in another gear. And do you think that maybe Coach Sharp had something to say at halftime?
I think he dialed that play up early on in the half and able to get into the end zone for a big Tiger touchdown. And now Madison County takes a 9-7 lead. That's the way you open up a second half right there. We said second half should be a dandy. And the Tigers strike first. Cisco on for the extra point. He'll kick it up and kick it right through there. So 10-7. Tigers go up by 3 here on the first play from scrimmage here in the second half.
Boom.
We'll take a break. It's going to get good at Tiger Stadium, and we'll continue with it right after this.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. On Thursday, October 15th, the Gordo Green Wave travels to Fayette to take on the Fayette County Tigers. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Lightning striking quickly here in the second half, and the Tigers take a 10-7 lead. Not a 65-yard run.
Well, that's a pretty good way to start a half, wouldn't you say, if you're a Madison County fan?
Let's see what the Mustangs, how they can respond here. Holmes
very dangerous.
Return it. 25 stops and will finally be tracked down about the 35-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs start, 1st down and 10. So Holmes on the return, they finally hem him in. We'll get a look at that Mustang offense under the leadership of Avery Seaton, the senior quarterback.
And playing from behind for the first time in this ballgame.
As we said, coming in, Madison Academy, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A. Madison County ranked 6th in the latest polls. Hand off. Montague's got him, and he'll bring down Stokes in the backfield. Well, Montague is one tough hombre.
Well, you know, he had 55 tackles on the year, 12 sacks, and an interception. You can see why. I mean, he has just been all over the field.
They were trying to read him that time, and he just kind of got right in the mesh point.
Well, they read him all right, Tommy.
This time, Seaton will try the left side. He will turn the corner, pick up a good 4, maybe 5 yards. Going to set up 3rd down now.
And again, that quarterback run right there is just, I mean, again, it gives you an extra blocker. And when you've got a guy as effective as Seton is running the football, I think we'll probably see more of that this half.
So we'll say 3rd and about 4 now.
And this 3rd down, I think this is the biggest play in the game to this point.
Seton and Stokes in the backfield. Seton rolls right, steps up, and he will scamper forward. They'll stop him shy. On the hit out there is going to be Lowry, or Towery, excuse me. And he will come up with a stop, and now the Mustangs got to punt the football away.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Towery right here. You can see he contains Seton, and now watch him come back underneath and retrace and run this thing down. Really a nice job. Good pursuit by some other Tiger defenders to bring up this 4th and 1. You want to be careful here. You got to remember that punter is also your quarterback.
4th down. We'll take the snap and punt it out of there. Angle it toward the near sideline. Going to hit and roll. And roll dead at about the 22.5-yard line. That's where Madison County will start, 1st and 10. So big stop defensively.
Well, I would say for the first 5 minutes of this half, Momentum is wearing a big purple jersey and a white helmet because Madison County has come out and really, I mean, they've taken control of this game, at least momentarily.
So 1st down and 10. Hey, don't forget to tune in every Wednesday, 5 o'clock Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Red Devil Review. And again, they're going to be live with head coach Patrick Nix. You can find out what's going on with the Central Phoenix City Red Devils. 1st and 10 now. Towers stops, got pressure, rolls right, in trouble. Trying to get around the corner, breaks the tackle, and going to get positive yardage down the far side. That's a pretty tough play. And, you know, Coach, you look at that to get positive yardage when it looked like he was in all kinds of trouble. That's a big play for the offense.
Well, I think he was going to try to swing it out here to the right side of the screen. Nothing doing there, and he shows pretty good wheels right here. He outruns the pursuit to the outside and turns nothing into something.
So they'll give him a gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8.
Now, 2nd and 8 is a lot better than 2nd and 15, I can tell you.
Trying to stay ahead of the chains here. Towery. A big play defensively. Now this time handoff on the offensive side. And Towers leaves at that time. Not as much success for Purdue.
Yeah, this is a little X stunt on the outside. Cherry comes underneath. And the blocking scheme does not pick him up, and just clean in the hole, makes a nice hit, and brings up this 3rd and long.
So now the Madison Academy defense trying to come up with a stop. Ramiro Towers, the quarterback, 5'7", 150. He is a junior. He's in the backfield with fellow junior Isaiah Purdue. This time in trouble in the backfield and going down. Nowhere for Purdue to go, and crashing his way in there is Cherry. He'll get the big stop. And now punting time for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a strange play. If you watch Cherry, number 5, he comes on the blitz, and I mean, there's nobody touches him. I mean, he's coming on a beeline right to the mesh, and I mean, it's like he was out to practice early by himself.
So Montague to punt the football away for Madison County.
You know, I'm kind of wondering if Montague didn't come out early and line the field, too. He's done about everything else tonight.
Good snap. Going to punt it out of there. This one's going to hit and get a big roll. Going to roll all the way down to about the 35-yard line. So Montague gets the help of a good roll. And here comes the Mustang offense out for their 2nd possession here in the 2nd half.
It's always interesting, I think, to point out that you know, really the negative effect of letting kicks hit the ground. And if that ball would have been caught, the ball would have been at the 48-yard line, and Madison Academy would have had great field position.
So 13, 14-yard difference right here to open up this drive.
So somebody's got to gain 14 yards just to get back to where you would have been.
Seton loads up the shotgun, brings a man in motion, going to keep it on the left side. He's hit, bounces off that tackle, turns to the corner, got his 1st down and more. Seton going to rip off a gain of about those 14 yards right there. and he will take it out near the 48-yard line. Actually, he will get a further better spot than we thought, all the way on the Madison County side at their 48-yard line.
This gives you an idea how strong Seton is. He just ran right through an unblocked player right there. Madison County shifts to really an even front. They had 6 men on the line of scrimmage, and there's an extra man there. Seton just ran right through him.
And first down. It's 1st and 10 now. We'll give it to Stokes. Stokes tries to stop and go back the other way, and they'll track him down for no gain.
Well, in every defense, you want to have an edge player, a guy that's going to force everything back inside. And you can see right here, the defensive end or outside linebacker to that side. Dalton Towery, again, forces that thing back inside, and he's got lots of help inside to bring that thing down for no gain.
2nd down and 10. Seton steps back, throws it in the flats. Catch is going to be made. 1st down yardage. Stepping out of bounds on the other side is going to be Holmes, and that's another first down. Or did they say his knee was down when he caught the ball? Yeah, they'll say he went down to catch it. And he will be shy of the 1st down, actually. So it's going to be 3rd down and a couple.
And you're kind of thinking here maybe that Madison Academy is going to consider this 2-down territory, two downs to get 3 yards.
3rd down.
It's going to be Seton, and he will get the 1st down yardage and step out of bounds on the far side. When it's really an important yard you got to have, they turn to number 19, and he rips off the game, but a flag on the play, and this one's coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
Holding against the Mustangs.
And I tell you, those yellow flags, they have been a major part of this game tonight. It seems like they rear their ugly head at the worst possible time for both teams, really. I mean, drives have been stopped by these penalties. Real good play concept right there in short yardage. You give the speed sweep look. The defense has to honor it. And then you've got Seton coming off tackle on the counter play. Very, very difficult to defend, but the holding penalty is going to put them in a 3rd and long.
They were looking at 1st down yardage, now face 3rd down and about 14.
Just a huge penalty.
Seton, empty backfield. He'll take it, step back, looking down the middle, throwing it for his big man. Catch is made, 30-yard line, 25. He's going to take it to the house as he will find Hamlet down the middle of the defense, and Keenan Hamlet goes into the end zone for the Mustang touchdown.
Well, that's the H-back, which is a 3rd receiver now to the bottom of the screen. Double safety for Madison County, and they both split to play the number 2 receivers to their side. There's nobody in the middle of the field. The linebacker does not get depth. And it's over. Real nice touch pass right there by Seton. And just an excellent job of running the route by Hamlet. Nice catch and takes it in. And we got yet another momentum swing.
Bashan on for the extra point for the Mustangs. He will kick it up and put it right through there. And you score. Madison Academy leading 14-10 as they get a big touchdown pass right there. 7:20 left in the 3rd. Back with more in just a moment.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Without our contest officials, we would have no contest. I truly encourage our parents to be a shining example of sportsmanship regarding our contest officials and setting example for everyone, as well as coaches and fans across this state, to treat our officials with respect.
14-10 our score. Madison Academy trying to snatch back the old momentum there. And 3rd and long, they find Hamlet in for the end zone, in for the touchdown.
Really a well-designed play too, Tommy.
Absolutely.
You know, you tie up both those safeties with deep routes to the outside and take that 3rd receiver right down the middle.
Here's the Tigers. Trying to get a return to the near side, and I believe that's Watson there. He'll be spun down just shy of the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Had a big touchdown run, a couple of drives to go by Purdue to open up the second half. Let's see how they respond here as they're back down by 4.
Well, we've had explosive plays to start this half for sure, huh?
Great ball game. A lot of fun here tonight. Trying to get the offense set here with 7:15 left in the third. Tigers will start this drive inside their own 30. Handoff. Good run across the 35, 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Purdue, as we said, only 155 pounds, but he runs a lot bigger than that.
Yeah,
Coach.
he can go. I tell you what, strong in his hips, good speed. You know, the other guy that I think could be a real factor here is Case Watson, the receiver. You know, he averages almost 24 yards a catch, and he already has a 50-yard TD to his credit this year. I just wonder if, you know, there might be a big play going his way before this night's over.
Go to Mitchell here, and he's trying to make a big play. He'll get the Amherst first down and fight his way out to the 48-yard line. That's a good hole on the right side for that Tiger offense.
Well, Madison County has consistently been able, you know, to run this off-tackle power play off his speed sweep. You know, what they do is they either fan or seal down, depending upon the look they get defensively, pull a lineman through, and those motion backs, they've got a real knack for hitting that thing and timing it up just perfect.
So 1st down and 10. Here comes Watson. He'll turn it up. Watson fighting his way inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Let me tell you, Watson is not big, 5'7", 140, but he is full speed ahead every time he touches the football.
Yeah, you can see he runs with a lot of authority. And I came up limping a little bit after this play. I also noticed a really good job by Madison County of using formations to help them. They really gave Madison Academy a look with strength to their right, shifted back to the left, and I really think they had Madison Academy outnumbered back to the left side of the offensive formation.
Watson stays in there, kind of limp to the top of your screen there, and he's still not 100%. Handoff up the middle, and to the 41-yard line goes Purdue, and that's good for an Amherst first down.
Almost had another collision between the motion guy and Purdue, but just a glancing blow, and he's able to get up in there and get that first down.
Madison County trying to answer here. They're down 4. See Watson still trying to shake it off there as he makes his way to the top of the screen. 1st and 10 now. They'll give it, trying the left side. Going to be Mitchell, and he'll lower his shoulder. Take it to the 35-yard line. Cameron Mitchell with a couple of big runs on this drive.
And again, the shifting and motion. Give the Madison Academy one look that shows you strength to the offense's right, and then shifting back, trying to get a numbers advantage, and you know, very effective. Picked up a nice 6-yard gain on first down.
Obviously, 2 people can't be in motion at the same time, so they're having to hurry and get Parton set before that second one comes in motion.
And they've done a good job of timing it
out. So you watch
it.
He stops, and this time they do not bring the player in motion. Hand it off, and left side. And about the 32-yard line is Purdue.
That's a nice run by Purdue. You know, you can see he stretches it right to the last second, then turns it up inside. You know, these lateral this lateral backfield action, whether it's motion or just this look, you can see those white shirts moving laterally, and Purdue's just got a real knack for planting that upfield foot and getting inside and getting the tough yardage. That ball does draw a crowd, doesn't it, Tommy?
It does. 3rd down and about 2 right here. We'll go to Mitchell. Mitchell fights, dives, and gets to about the 31. That looks to be good enough. Let's see if, looks like he, depending on the spot, I believe, we'll check it out. Will they need to bring the chains apart? And
I'm going to say,
I
think he's a little short.
Looked like he stretched forward, but like I said, the knee hit before he did, so you may be right. It may be 4th down, and
I tell you, that was a nice little shoestring tackle by K.D. Cherry there, or he might have run out of the back of the end zone. It looked like he was going to pop through there, but Cherry had a hold of him and kind of rolled with him. And I think he's going to be about a foot short, but we'll see. I haven't been right many times this year, but
Let's see. It looks like I think you may be onto something here. Yeah, a little bit longer than that.
Well, that's a big foot.
Yeah.
That's
so
that's somebody's foot.
That's somebody's foot somewhere.
4th down and 1 for the Tigers.
So now, big play right here, 4th down. We've not seen Parton on a carry really in the second half. We've seen him lead the way in the hole several times. Let's see if they go back to 33 right here. Also look with all the movement in the backfield.
I got a feeling that 17 is going to get the football.
He does, and will not get there. He stopped. Well, that's a big hit in the backfield. Blake Helton hits him in the backfield and stops him.
Yeah, they brought a little, some people call it a bullet stunt, watching right to the top of the screen. He comes right off the edge on a blitz right at the snap. And what you teach is that if the back is away from you, you try to aim at a spot about 2 yards behind the offensive guard, because that's going to put you on exactly the path that the ball carrier is. And that's exactly what happened on that play right there. Just a well-executed stunt that time by Blake Helton, and stops that drive.
So the Mustangs take over, leading by 4. 3:36 left in the third period. 1st down and 10. Stokes on the carry. He'll try the left side. Montague gets a hand on him and trips him up. It'll bring up 2nd and long.
Yes, Stokes, we talked about Holmes and what he's done, but Stokes has a 76-yard run to his credit this year, so he can go. He averages almost 7 yards a carry at 6.8.
Oh, it's 2nd and 6 this time. Going to be Seaton on the keeper. He'll fight ahead for a couple of yards. So you look, Coach, and you got Madison Academy defense. They've given up yards. They came up with a big stop right before halftime, and a big stop just a moment ago on 4th down. They have players that come up with big plays at such big times on that defensive side.
Well, I mean, this is a school with a tremendous football tradition. I mean, state champs in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2 runner-ups as well. Got a coach that's closing in on 200 wins. I mean, and they can smell blood in the water right now. I mean, they know that they've got County a little bit on the ropes right here, and great football teams are going to try to, put another nail in the coffin right here.
Stokes on a big gain right there. Picks up the first down as he just comes to the outside, plants a foot, turns it upfield, and takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. The score here would be huge for the Mustangs. Seaton goes through a couple of arm tackles, and he'll take it inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, he is so powerful. He's a...
You see the lower body just
They say he's 5'11", 195. I don't know about that. He looks a little bigger than that to me. I mean, I think you said that he has already signed or committed to Alabama Huntsville to play baseball as a third baseman. I bet he's not a bunter.
No. What you saw in that last one, arm tackles are just not going to do it. You got to wrap this guy up. First, you got to get your hands on him, and right now, Madison County not able to do that. He rips off another big gain, and first down.
Well, that's that off-tackle play again. I know I keep saying it over and over, but it bears repeating. I mean, this is a tailback, guys. I mean, look at this. Watch this inside cut, little burst back to the outside. I mean, that's a running back that can throw the football and play quarterback. I mean, that's a tremendous advantage for the offense. There's nobody on that field that's wasted when he carries the football, just handing the ball off, which means you've got one more guy to block than a conventional offense has. And when you got a guy like that, it's a tremendous advantage.
There'll be movement on the interior that time. I think the offensive guard came up out of the stance. That'll cost them 5. And that is the indication. So to 1st and 15. But, you look at it, the last big gain there on the left side, they went with kind of a bunch set right there on the end. They pinned that defensive end, and then the back led out there on the initial defender. So, I mean, just a well-designed play, able to get that big first down.
Yeah, so, you described it just perfectly, Tommy. You pin and you wrap. That's a very difficult scheme.
Back to pass is Seaton, going to go for it all. Got a man down there and up and making the catch inside the 10. Once again is Spurlock. He's 6'1", he climbs the ladder there. and just pulls it in over the defender. This is a great catch.
Well, this is a corner route right here, and I think Seton just says, hey, I'm going to trust my guy one-on-one. I mean, you can see that Towers is right there, but Towers is giving away about 5 inches right here, 5 or 6 inches, and you can see that he made him pay right there, and Spurlock comes down with a big catch.
Into the Sarah Automotive red zone. The Mustangs on the move. Seton with the keeper there, and he'll take it into the 10-yard line down to about the 7.5. He'll be stopped there where it's going to be 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, great recognition that time by the Madison County defense. Closed hard on that quarterback keep, and really well defended. Crucial series right here. Excuse me, Tom.
It's a big play. I mean, you look at Madison Academy going up 2 scores right here.
Yep.
Tigers hoping to hold them to a field goal. We're under a half-minute left in this 3rd period. So big play. You see movement as they come with that bunch set, this time to the right, and that's where they come. Seton into the end zone. Same power set as he will bring it around the right side, go into the end zone, and Madison Academy takes a 20-10 lead.
Yeah, well-designed play. Now, you know, Madison Academy is going to formation this. They start out with our formation to the left, shifted to the right, and there just aren't enough purple shirts to counter the white blockers to that side. The defense could not shift over in time, and of course Seton knows what to do with that football as well, and really a successful, impressive drive by Madison Academy. And the question now is, are they taking control of this game?
Bashan misses that one, so that leaves the score 20-10. So a 10-point advantage now for the Mustangs. And you look on that sideline here on the Tigers, and that defense gave up a very impressive drive. They're winded right now, Coach.
Yeah, and some of those guys are playing both ways now too. And I mean, Madison County is going to have to answer. You know, I'm looking over at the side. I see Braden Parton with his helmet off. He looks gassed. He's got to get ready to go again. I mean, this will be the drive of the game now for the Tigers. I mean, they have to answer.
Got to see if they can come back and cut back into this lead. And with 18 seconds on the clock, you start to figure in your head, Coach, how many possessions will you have here in this last period?
You know, if you're lucky, if you're lucky, you'll get 3. Mm-hmm. And so which means, if you think about that, I mean, touchdown on this drive is critical.
You need to score on 2 of those 3, and you've got to come up with some stops defensively if you want to come back and win this ball game. Again, Madison Academy coming in undefeated, have not played in a few weeks. Look back over their schedule. They opened up with a win over Scottsboro on the road, 30-6. Then they defeated DAR 51-17. They blew away Westminster Christian 47-7. Then fell behind North Jackson, came back and got a 36-32 win on the 18th of September. That's been their last outing.
And they were down 32-10 at halftime in that game against Jackson, North Jackson, if I'm correct. I think I am. I'm not sure.
Watson on the return out to the 29. I know they fell behind 22-0 in that game and somehow found a way to come back and win that one by 4. But they were open the next week. Then last week they were scheduled to take on Randolph, and because of COVID had to forfeit that one, or they took the forfeit win over Randolph, and then tonight Madison County.
And
Tigers.
The boys in purple have lost a little zing out of their step now. You know,
they're needing something good to happen here to try to get them going. This time handoff up the middle. Good start to this drive. On the run there is going to be Purdue. We'll get about 7 on the play, and that's going to be it for the 3rd. We are going to head to the 4th. 10-point lead now for Madison Academy. Stick around. 4th quarter action coming up next.
Oaxaca Flaca loves Popeye's Ghost Pepper Wings, and we love her dance skills.
Doing my happy dance. Ghost Pepper Wings. So good.
Get the new Ghost Pepper Wings with a biscuit for just $4.99. Take them home or get them delivered.
That hardest cap seriously loves Papa's hot honey chicken, and he's not lying.
Try. Like, it's a different type of sweet and spicy. This is actually fire. I'm not even lying with you. Like, I'm not even lying.
Get our new hot honey chicken with a side and a biscuit for only $5.
20-10, we open up the fourth period right here. Madison Academy leading by 10. As Tigers have possession, need something to go offensively in their way, in their favor here to try to get back into this thing. But again, we've seen that Mustang defense give up a lot of yardage, but when they need a big play, it seems like they've come up with a big stop here on a couple of occasions.
Well, and I mean, if Madison County is going to stay in this football game, I mean, they're going to have to generate something to get that momentum going again. You know, they just lost some swagger on that side of the field. Heads are down just a little bit. No time for that right now for the Tigers. They've got to get some momentum going again by getting first downs and, for their faithful, hopefully getting in the end zone.
Back to pass, Towers rolls to the side, gonna have to get rid of it, and flips it late, and almost had his man right there. Just leaking out of the backfield is Purdue. If he hits him there, that's gonna be a big gain.
That would have been interesting.
So third down. Big play for this Tiger offense here.
You know, they had second down and 1, and they tried to take a shot to get a big one, but Madison Academy had it well covered. And but the little improvised flip out to Purdue could have been real interesting if they could have hooked up.
Third down right here. They'll go with a give, and not much. Purdue hitting the backfield. He'll lose about a half yard.
I think there was some confusion in the blocking scheme, too. They turned the backside loose and really not much contact at the point of attack either. You can look right here. You can see that 20's unblocked, 4's not blocked.
And you see the line kind of back up like they were thinking it was pass or something. They really didn't fire off the football.
Yeah, very strange.
That's going to cost them right here possession because it's punting time now. Fourth down and a couple back at your own 38-yard line.
It's a strange-looking scheme, wasn't it, Tommy? Especially for third down and 1.
High snap over the punter's head. Montague's going to go back. He's going to pick it up and gets it out of there. That is a great play by Montague just to punt the football away and then get a great roll. Heads up play by Montague all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, you talk about poise and understanding where you're on the field and not panicking. That's just a great job. And Tommy, not to correct you, that was not a high snap. That was a highest snap. I mean, that one.
Yeah. Nowhere. No chance for Montague there.
That was a line drive off the center field wall.
And the defenders kind of stopped there
they did.
And really just.
Yeah.
I think they were getting prepared to try to tackle Montague, and instead he boots it out of there.
Yeah, I think they wanted to keep him hammed up and make sure that he couldn't get around one of them for a big gain. And as you said, they just kind of came under control, and Montague had the presence of mind to just get it out of there. And
he saved about 50 yards.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That would have been disastrous.
So first and 10 now for the Mustangs, and they'll mark it at the 36-yard line. That long snapper is very important, you know.
You know, I hear there's a real good one in Clay County somewhere.
Not far away.
I can't remember his name.
Flag on the play there.
No, that's not his name. His name's not Flag.
Oh, well.
It's
we've got motion on the offense there. No, offside, just lining up in the neutral zone. So Mustangs with an unforced error right there. That'll cost them 5.
And Coach Godsey won't like that when you're trying to put a game away. Well, you don't want to get careless like that.
And off. Outside, not a whole lot there for Stokes. He's tracked down over there.
Yeah, good pursuit that time. Lots of purple shirts there. Among them, Brogan West, the sophomore linebacker.
If Madison County wants to come back in this game and make some noise in the final stretch, they've got to get a stop here pretty quickly.
Yeah, they really do, and I really think they're going to need a turnover too. I think they're going to need some kind of big play that can get this thing down to a one-score game pretty quickly.
2nd and 14. Seaton. That's not what the defense needs there, but Seaton is going to take it all the way down inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. He's tracked down and stopped by Towers. But Avery Seaton changes the field right there with a huge run right up the gut.
Well, this is the quarterback counter. And, I mean, watch him put on the afterburners here. And, I mean, he just runs right by, two county defenders. Two of them that can run pretty well, too. I frankly didn't think Seaton had that kind of speed. But he sure showed it right there.
We get the Amherst first down and find their way into the Sarah Automotive red zone. Thanks again to General Manager Don Wood, Tony Sarah Ford, Sarah Nissan, Sarah Honda. We appreciate them sponsoring the red zone tonight. Seaton tries the right side, just keeps bouncing off defenders. And he will get a pretty good gain over on that right side.
Boy, what a weapon he is. This is that outside zone play again, and you can see pretty good pursuit that time. And again, a nice hit by Brogan West again, the sophomore linebacker.
Seaton is one of those that he's going to bounce off of. If you don't wrap up, I mean, he's going to continue. I mean, it's one of those, you're not just going to come up and hit him and knock him down. You're going to have to tackle him. And that time not able to do much damage, but getting some damage right there is going to be Stokes, as he will go into the end zone for the Mustang touchdown.
Well, I tell you what, like good teams do, and they smell blood in the water. I mean, they went right for it. And I'm not saying this game is over, but they've come a long way to making it that way. Good inside run right there, nice spin at the end. And now the hill got real high.
Bashan's kick is up, and it's through there, 27-10. The Mustangs extend that lead out to 17 with only 8:50 remaining here in this ball game. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see if the Tigers can answer on the HSA TV Game of the Week, brought to you by Ox Foundation.
Kick off to saving a set of Honda Civic.
Save all month long on a new 2020 Honda Civic from $21,300 or just $294 a month. $294 a month, or rates as low as 0.9% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, get up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade when you upgrade to a new Honda.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Sarah Honda of Sylacauga.
A 17-point lead for the Mustangs. They'll kick it off right here. See if the Tiger offense can come up with a score. Watson retreats back, tries the left side, and he'll find a wall of white defenders. They'll bring him down there. So 1st and 10 now for Madison County.
You know, Tommy, it doesn't seem that long ago that Madison County came out at the start of the second half and exploded down the field on an electrifying run by Purdue, and they were ahead in this football game, 14 to 10, or I think that's correct.
Yeah, 14
yeah. And
10-7 was the score. And then after that, it's been all Madison County.
Yeah, that's right. 10-7, and since then, I mean, it's been shutdown time for the Mustangs. I mean, they have given Madison County very little room to do much of anything on either side of the ball. And you know who we've not heard much of defensively is Montague. They found a way. I think they've run away from him a good bit, but he has not had near the effect that he had in the first half.
And neutralized him, and they have been able to get some big yardage here in the second half and outscoring Madison County 20-0 since that first run of the second half. After the offsides call, 1st down and 10 now. Towers deep down the middle and going to be picked off. Going the other way. 40-yard line, 30. Coming down the near side, 20-15. He'll be chopped down at the 10-yard line, but that's Spurlock on the pick. And now the Mustangs looking to blow this thing open.
Yeah, that ball had no chance. I mean, Spurlock is sitting right in the middle of the field. He's a safety. I think he's the boundary safety. And you watch right here, I mean, this is 4 verticals down the middle of the field, and the safety is just sitting there.
Had 3 receivers in the area, so it's hard to think the defenders are not going to follow those guys. And Spurlock
good sudden change,
almost with a pick 6.
Good sudden change after the interception, and Madison Academy is knocking on the door again.
1st and goal, play clock down to 10. As they lead by 17, they'll try to add to it right here. So you go to Seaton on the right side, and he is going to be hit and stopped right at the line. That's a good play defensively. Towery up to make the stop there.
Yeah, and Seaton's a little slow getting up that time. He got popped pretty good. Now, they ran a stunt inside, and there were lots of purple shirts that came clean. And I think Seaton felt that a little bit.
Under 8 minutes left here in this game. Mustangs not in any kind of hurry now. Play clock down to 10. They'll get things set. Down to 5 now when they snap this. It'll be under 3, and he gets it, hands it off. Stokes walks into the end zone. Meantime, Stokes goes up the middle. Looked like somebody had a shot at him at the goal line and
kind of turned it down.
Laid him there.
Inside zone. Yeah, I really kind of turned it down there at the end zone. That won't be fun to watch this in the film room at the beginning of next week if you've got a purple shirt on.
Mustangs now take a 33-10 lead. Vachon on for the extra point.
Tommy, I don't know when I've ever seen a game turn around so quickly.
It's a game of momentum, and once the guys in the white jerseys took it, they just would not relinquish it.
They took momentum, put them in a jet plane, and took off.
They have pulled away here, leading by 24 with 7:36 remaining here in this ballgame.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune in to WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. On Thursday, October 15th, the Gordo Green Wave travels to Fayette to take on the Fayette County Tigers. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
HMR of Alabama provides services for Alabama's state veterans' homes and is proud to serve the Colonel Robert Howard State Veterans Home in Pell City. With competitive pay and benefits, your career serving those who served our country can begin today. If you like to help people and enjoy new challenges, contact HMR of Alabama by logging on to hmrveteranservices.com and choose the Careers tab to find out how you can join the HMR team.
34-10. Like we said just moments ago, it was 10-7. Madison County had taken the 3-point lead, but Madison Academy 27 unanswered here in this second half.
All of them of the explosive nature, too.
Here's Watson trying to outrun the defender to the near side. He'll bring it out 31-yard line, track down there. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. At about the 31-yard line. As we mentioned, coming in the region standings, Madison Academy and Madison County were both undefeated in the region, 4-0. Looks like the Mustangs are going to clinch the region championship. The Tigers,
pretty good football team, Tommy.
Good football team. Looks like they're going to wind up second if everything holds true here for this week and
you've seen a lot of high school football, Tommy. How good do you think this Madison Academy team is?
I think that they've got plenty of weapons offensively. I see that, and their line play is really good. defensively, they gave up some yards tonight, but let's go ahead and clear that up and say Madison County's put up yards on a lot of folks this year.
Yeah.
So I think they're a really good 4A team. I think that they're going to have a shot to go a long way in the playoffs.
And of course, there's a lot of high-quality teams in 4A.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's the way things have changed around. I mean, there's some blue bloods in this division.
I think in the Northern Division, they are going to be a contender to make their way to Tuscaloosa. I think that you look around and in the North, there's going to be a handful of teams that I feel like can make it. I'm putting Madison Academy in that handful right now.
Well, they've got so many weapons offensively, and I mean, Seton he can do so many things. Especially in the North, when you get in the playoff time, boy, you get a lot of bad weather. And I mean, he gives you that extra running back, just because he's a tailback playing quarterback, and come playoff time, that can be pretty important.
Purdue off right tackle picks up the Amherst first down, and that will keep this drive alive. But you look defensively. I think one guy that I see that is number 4 right there in the middle of the screen, Hamlet. I think that guy right there is a ball player. And,
yeah.
I think he can be utilized offensively as well. We saw that in one play tonight, but I think, when you get into the postseason, that's another weapon that they can really use to exploit a defense.
The thing that I don't see defensively, I think they've got a lot of really good players, but here recently it seems like that every team that really, gets it to a state championship has got a defensive guy that is just, a war daddy, a bell cow, whatever cliche you want to use.
Tackle machine.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that they have one of those. That being said, I probably just made them all mad, so they'll all be big-time tacklers.
2nd down and 7. They'll go to Purdue left side. Purdue chopped down. Good stop out there by Helton. Sets up 3rd down.
And of course, the other thing that they have, I mean, these are 2 excellent coaches, but I've known Bob Godsey for, I don't even want to say how long I've known him. I mean, he knows how to win. He knows how to win big games. I mean, he never panics, demands the best, has a great offensive mind, and
it's the big man on the run right there, running through the defenders, loses it on the ground. It's still loose. And they fight for it at about the 34-yard line, and let's see, and Madison Academy has recovered. That time, Park got in the open field, looked like he was going to bust out of there for a touchdown run, and just loses it at the last minute.
Breaks tackles, carrying people, but you can see he's got that ball out away from his body. You teach those running backs, keep that ball high and tight, lock it in with your forearm. But that one got a little bit loose, it bounced around a good bit. And the Mustangs come up with it.
So now the Tigers back on the field defensively.
A little bit surprised that we still see Seton in there. He's had a long night. He's gotten popped pretty good.
We'll go to Stokes right side. Stokes will spin his way for a gain of about 7. One thing I want to say, these 2 teams, have met so many times, 28th meeting between the schools, and, this would be the true definition of a rivalry. But one thing you've seen tonight, not a lot of dirty plays. I don't think there was really any kind of unsportsmanlike calls or anything like that. Some hustle plays and different things like that as far as penalties, but very clean football game from that point.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, we had a hit on the sideline. We had a little knee nudge, but I mean, that's football. It's been hard hitting, but it's been clean.
Stokes slices his way through that Tiger defense, and he's out to the 45-yard line, and good for an Amherst first down for the Mustangs.
Very methodically, just running that clock down and running the football. Be surprised if they take a shot, and I'd kind of be a little bit surprised if Seton carries the ball again. There's still lots of football left to play.
I think 19 would be distributing the football instead of carrying it here for the next little bit. And they're going to try to run that play clock down as much as they can after every snap. Back to Stokes. Adjust his face mask as he's breaking out in the open. So
I hate those things. I never have liked them. They fog up. They come loose. They get, if it's wet, they get mud on them. Not that anybody cares about my thoughts on face shields, but
well, I know that a lot of coaches that share that sentiment there. Gain of about 7, 2nd down and 3 here. Into the game for Madison Academy is going to be Kenyon Cherry. He is a freshman back there in the backfield, number 25. And loose ball, Seaton falls back on top of it. He takes a pretty good pop as he goes on the ground there.
Seaton looks a little bit tired. He's been pretty busy tonight.
Mustang, 49-yard line.
Yeah, he took a pop there on the ground. Stokes will come back in. 3rd down at about 6.
3rd down at about 5 yards.
They'll let the clock roll under 3 minutes left. Madison Academy still on the schedule for the next couple of weeks. They will take on New Hope at home next week. That is the final home game of the season. And off to Stokes. He is hit at midfield. He'll fall forward. But after that game at New Hope, a couple of games on the road at St. John's Hall II. They are 1-5 on the year, and then travel to Russellville to wind up the regular season before the postseason gets underway in November. Madison County still with a road trip to DAR, and then they will be at home for Westminster Christian on the 23rd. They have an open date on the final weekend of October.
Well, unless something very unforeseen happens, I mean, both these teams are playoff bound.
Absolutely.
And of course, that's a new season. And lots of times there's a second meeting between teams, and I can tell you, it's hard to beat anybody twice in a season.
Delay of game on the Mustangs.
Mustangs take a delay of game there on 4th down, so 4th and about 5. They'll punt the football away here with 1:56 remaining in the game.
To the Madison Academy, 46-yard.
So Seaton back in punt formation. As he will kick it away. It's a low line drive, going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he just took one step and got it out of there.
So Towers makes the catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for Madison County. Hey, don't forget, WOTM is the home for all of your championship events. And folks, if you are watching out there and watching us online and you want to make sure that there's a way that your provider will provide WOTM, you need to get in touch with them. Call and request that they add WOTM and to your cable channel lineup. Again, looking forward to playoffs and postseason right here on WOTM. Should be plenty of good high school football action coming up in the next several weeks. Pass out there, going to be hauled in by Watson. That's good for an first down for the Tigers.
Good throw and catch right there. Just ran a little turn-in route. Nice adjustment by that young man, Case Watson, to haul it in.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Towers back. Plenty of time. Now steps up. Throws it. And I believe, did he get his hands under it? They will say yes, he did. And is that Watson again? Nope, number 4 on the catch that time. That is Meadows. And are they saying he got his hands under it? I believe they do, but we've got a flag back here in the backfield too.
And normally that's going to be a hold. Let's take a look and see if it hands get under. I thought maybe it kind of bounced a little, but I think I'm
hands
wrong.
Under. Very
cradles
good.
Cradles it underneath, and nice clean catch.
But the flag may nullify an impressive catch back here as they are making their way back in the backfield. Officials sorting it out here at about the 30-yard line. An eligible man downfield. That's going to go against the Tigers.
I would say in that situation, it means somebody was on the line when they should have been off in the receiver corps.
Well, that and Towers kind of killed a lot of time back here in the backfield. Some of the linemen may have thought the ball had been released because he was back there for a while. That's tough right there, and that's basically what, about 40-yard penalty by the time you measure in the
Yep.
catch and then the penalty back to inside the 15. A minute 28 left. 27 unanswered points by Madison Academy in the second half to take a 34-10 lead with a minute 20 remaining.
You know, sometimes we forget how quick a game can get away from you. And that's really what happened here. I mean, this is like it was going to be a dogfight to the end. And next thing you know, Madison Academy has just run away with it.
Towers unable to find anybody downfield. And, Coach, how many times have we seen that tonight when Towers is able to roll around and just nowhere to throw the football?
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget more football coming your way this Saturday. Opelika taking on Lee out of Montgomery. We'll be with you at about 11 a.m. Saturday morning from Crampton Bowl. The Bulldogs and the Lee Generals going head-to-head.
Two pretty good football teams.
Going to be a lot of fun this Saturday morning.
What are you bringing for breakfast, Tommy?
I'm still in debate on that one. Pass on the outside. Catch is not made. Foot out of bounds. Not able to haul it in that time. Trying to find Stewart out here.
Well, Tommy, I mean, whatever you bring is fine with me, but I like mine over easy.
Okay, I'll remember that. I'll see what we can dial up for Saturday morning. 3rd and long now for Madison County. Minute 5 remaining. Just trying to get something offensively to hang your hat on here in the last 65 seconds.
Well, they'd like to get something positive here to come out of this game with. It's been frustrating here in the second half. It's like we're going to get another penalty.
We'll flip it out there.
Penalty flag on the play.
Catch is made.
And Madison Academy is going to let them catch all the 7- and 8-yard underneath routes that they want.
Flag in the backfield, holding against the Tigers.
Holding on the Tigers.
So the flip to Watson there. The officials sorting things out, so the catch won't count. Madison Academy bringing in the 9th grader right there, number 66, Jalen Jose, 6 foot, 348 freshman.
And I would say that he's every bit of that. I watched him in the middle. Of course, he's going against the Madison County center, who is 6'2", 320, and he sure looks a lot taller than 6'2" to me.
Yeah, he's as they'd say, a big old boy. And he's holding his own in there as a freshman.
Yeah, so you got about 700 pounds in the middle going at each other.
3rd down for the Tigers.
3rd down for Madison County here.
Correction, 4th down for the Tigers.
Right, after the loss down, it's 4th actually. And timeout called. Madison Academy going to take a leg. We will take a break. We will take the break as well and be back with 4th down action right after this.
Kickoff to saving attorney set up for Osceola County.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Tony Sarah Ford of Sylacauga.
Your health is everything. It is your wealth. Your family's wealth. Being and staying healthy is the only security you can give to yourself and loved ones, your family. With a multifaceted approach to health and wellness, our family will assist and guide you in that quest. Live responsibly. Join our family. Call and make your appointment today.
34-10, winding down here in the 4th quarter. Madison Academy going to get a big win tonight in Class 4A Region 7.
Penalty moves the ball to the 42-yard line.
Very impressive second half for the Mustangs.
4th down and about 5.
4th down right here. Tigers going to keep the offense on the field, try to get a 1st down. As they will ready to snap here in just a moment. Again, Towers in there at quarterback. He will take it and roll to the right side. Looking, got pressure. Gonna have to turn it up. Now throws it late and gonna be knocked away incomplete. On the coverage that time for Madison Academy is Brewer. And he will pop it loose. And now the Mustangs will take over and they can just go to the coach's favorite formation now, Coach.
Little victory sneak, I'm sure.
They can just take a knee right here.
You know, the backbreaker in this one, Tommy, was the no back, number 3 down the middle of the field, vertical for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't think the game was ever the same after that.
Right. I think that, you know, Madison County came out second half, scored so quickly, and after that, Madison Academy just able to answer every attempt by the Tigers to get back in this ball game, and they're going to win it going away 34-10 as they will take the knee there, and they'll have to snap it one more time. And Seton takes a knee, and that will end this game as they will let the clock wind down as Madison Academy improves on the year to 6-0. They are 5-0 in region play. And the Mustangs will take a big win as they get the W tonight here at Tiger Stadium. We'll take this time out and come back and wrap things up from this Class 4A Region 7 battle in just a moment.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
All high school students should have an opportunity to participate in interscholastic athletics. Students can gain so much from participating in extracurricular activities through sport. Not only do they learn sportsmanship, they learn respect, and they learn teamwork. All of these are characteristics that students could carry with them throughout the rest of their lives.
Madison Academy, the second-ranked team in Class 4A, get a 24-point win over 6th-ranked Madison County tonight, 34-10. And again, you saw an explosion in the second half. And looking back at some of the highlights in the ball game, Madison Academy gets an early touchdown pass. Then Madison County able to come back with a field goal. Opening up the second half, this guy right here, Isaiah Purdue, takes it to the house from about 65 yards out. And you look like Madison County was going to really take control of this ball game. But then after that, down the middle of the field, you find Hamlet in for the Mustang touchdown. And the Mustangs coach take the lead that they would never give up after that.
Well, they never look back after this. You know, little formation adjustment right here to end another scoring drive. Seton with another big night. Good inside tough running. And really after that vertical strike down the middle, as we said, the Mustangs never look back in a very impressive 34-10 win.
24-point victory tonight for the Mustangs. They remain undefeated in region play and undefeated overall as we head down the final stretch. Again, a great night here at Tiger Stadium a good ball game, and we saw plenty of exciting plays here on this Thursday night. Plenty of more action coming throughout the rest of the season right here on WOTM. And good night from Madison County. We'll join you next Thursday night with more high school football on WOTM, presented by Ox Foundations.